Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with Ant-Man only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD living water is for the living. Get yours today.
Hey, this is Brandon.
And this is Barab.
We're 8 Pound Pressure.
And you're listening to AntmanVs.
Woo! Music Familia Productions, world premiere.
You'll never get the best of me, I'm anti-everything. You'll never get the best of me, I'm
Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it
Ant-Man
live
and
with
Siobhan
Ant-Man
bring
only
you
on
so much.
musicfamiliaproductions.com.
Live, local and raw,
Remember,
every
CBD
Thursday.
living water
Music
is for the
Familia
living. Get
Productions.
yours today.
Hey, this is Brandon.
And this is Barab.
We're 8 Pound Pressure.
And you're listening to AntmanVs.
Woo! Music Familia Productions, world premiere.
You'll never get the best of me, I'm anti-everything. You'll never get the best of me, I'm
Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it
Ant-Man
live
and
with
Siobhan
Ant-Man
bring
only
you
on
so much. Live, local
musicfamiliaproductions.com.
and
So that's the power of live, ladies and gentlemen. You can totally fuck a show up by going live. Prime example of that. We're hanging out
Excellent.
with Black Coffee. What's going on, guys?
Hey man, how you doing?
Doing
Man,
fantastic.
So first and foremost, I want to apologize for the congratulable fuck up right there. That was
No,
pretty,
no,
that was
no.
pretty
Please,
brutal.
please.
But you know, that's what you get for cramming everything in real quick and trying to get her done. So we're hanging out with you guys live. Live tonight on AntmanVs. And first and foremost, man, why don't you just tell the guys and everybody that's tuning in a little bit about yourselves?
All right, so I'll start her off then. I'm Ehab. I'm the lead singer and current bassist of Black Coffee. I am from the Middle Eastern part of the world and traveled on over to America when I was younger, and was kind of singing ever since I was born, heavily influenced by like anyone from Michael Jackson to Robert Plant. So I kind of got forced into playing bass because we're a 3-piece and we didn't have a fourth member. So we got a great friend of ours named Diego who plays live sometimes with us. He gets to play bass. He does us a huge favor by that, so I can be the lead singer that I like to be.
Yeah.
So, one of the talking points tonight, maybe if you're a bass player out there and you want to be in a band,
Right.
hey,
Come
right
on
this
in.
way.
Right. And what about you, Justin?
So, yeah, I think that, we've been a band for about 6 months now, I would say. Give or take a
Who are you?
couple weeks, something like that.
Tell the people who you are.
Well, my name is Justin,
Yeah.
and I'm the lead guitar player. I apologize.
No,
I
you're
just thought it was assumed.
Everyone just knows who we are.
The-
The man in the middle has to be the
Um,
guitar player.
But yes, I play guitar, and yeah, what about you, sir?
What about you, sir?
My name's Tommy. I play the drums. I'm from Johnstown, Ohio. Shout out to my fellow Johnnies out there.
Shout out to the accent.
Right.
Shout out to the accent. But yeah, just love playing drums. That's what I do.
So you guys actually just finished up, or are actually in and out of the studio right now. What is it like, being in and out of studio as much, trying to find time between, life?
So yeah, we all have crazy schedules. We all live in extraordinary ways.
It's a grind, man.
Some of us that are at
It's a
school, or we all, obviously work, relationships and commitments that we all have. And then on top of that, trying to play shows and trying to find time and money specifically for studio.
Yeah. Let's be honest, right?
It's hard.
That stuff's not cheap at all.
That's always the
But
trick.
we love it, and we make time to do it. And I think that we feel, most comfortable when we're playing music, whether it's at practice, we're writing, or we're in the studio, or playing shows. I think, honestly, it shows. And yeah, so we make time for it, and we love doing it. We've got a little bit more time to go in and finish up some stuff, a little bit of vocals here and there, and do some mixing and mastering, and it's going to be ready. So we're really excited to show people what we've got, because I think it's pretty killer,
Man, you guys kill it live, man. If you haven't seen
Thank you.
them, you need to check them out, man. And we're gonna be hanging out with them all night tonight, all the way till 10 o'clock.
All night long.
Yeah, all night long.
All night.
Please
all night
invite your
long.
friends. Tell your family.
So
Here we are.
we're also going to open up the phone lines too, so you guys can call in and ask questions and talk to Black Coffee. It's going to be pretty awesome. Rocky XTV is hanging out on the YouTube channel, and he says he saw you guys at Muddy Creek with Artifice. He said, "Great show,
Hell yeah.
guys."
Hey, thank you so
That was a
much.
fun-
That was
very fun
man.
show.
The people of Artifice, they are some professional, just killer musicians.
And
that,
nice guys.
That crowd over there at Muddy Creek, man, it's always lively.
And the venue is just a fantastic.
Oh man,
place
big
to
shout out
play.
to Sam.
Let's
Yeah,
talk about the
big
food,
shout out to
man.
Sam.
Have you guys had the
Oh,
food
the
over
food,
there?
I know,
Like,
man. They got
man.
some
pretty
killer
good.
The
stuff.
pizza.
The pizza's amazing out
man.
there. Sam knows how to put on a show.
Yeah, you know, and they got the outdoor stage out there. So
Changes the game.
yeah, you know, that really set everything apart. I think that the only thing that's hard for me is the drive sometimes, like to fit in to get out there. But man, you just plan a whole day of it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just make
It's
a
a
whole day of
beautiful
it.
drive.
It
There's great
makes you
scenery.
live the life because you gotta like plan your whole day around this rock show.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, and they got the hotel right there, and they got the big church parking lot. So if you're really desperate, you can just sleep in your vehicle in the church
And
parking
hey,
lot.
every Walmart in America, you can sleep in their parking lot. So there's always
Is
one
that
of
a
theirs,
thing?
those somewhere. Huh? Oh yeah.
Is that legal?
That's,
like
no,
truck
that's a
drivers?
thing.
Yeah.
Every Walmart
That
in
is a
America.
thing.
That's what
Wow.
I'm saying.
That is a
when we
thing.
tour, we're
Note to
just gonna
self.
take the school bus,
It's the Wally
and
Hotel.
we're gonna and we're just
Oh.
gonna stay at Walmart parking lots because it's free. Seriously?
Okay. All right.
I'm telling
That's the
you.
plan for tour.
It's
then.
These are the
probably
kind of things
safer
we
than
talk
staying
about.
at rest areas too. If we're just gonna get serious about it.
Hey, if Jewel can do it, you guys can do it. I mean,
Totally
you know.
true.
Oh,
So, what is the greatest thing that you guys cherish about getting out there and doing what you guys do as artists and musicians?
What do you think, Tom?
You know, it's just like I play drums no matter what. I play, you know, I just love playing drums. It's something I do by myself. I can do it on a practice pad or a full kit or anything, and I just love doing it. And then to have other people there at the same time enjoying it as much as I am. You know, like these guys on stage and everybody out in the audience headbanging all together
Yeah.
and everything. It's fucking fantastic, you know, because it's just like all the fun I have playing drums multiplied by like 100.
Now, Tommy, you play on, if I'm not mistaken now, I'm going to try this.
Uh-oh.
So,
Oh, boy.
the
so-
legend did. This
Oh,
goes
boy.
back.
Yeah. So
there's lots of
I believe
history.
it's
The man, the myth, and the legend.
78 or 79 Ludwig gold, and you have a gold set or a yellow set, and then the blue set, right?
I do not have a yellow set. I wish.
We did hear that rumor.
The
I
yellow-
had heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
yellow
a lot of
sets
people. God.
are gorgeous. They are the prettiest
Beautiful
Vista lights.
drums.
I have a set of blue Vista lights. I love them. They're set like they're kind of mixed matched. Some of them are from like 74, some of them are from 76, some of them are from 79. So I just call it a 77 kit, kind of like just a
Take the average
yeah, just
of
like,
all the different
like the
toms.
median the median number there between the whole range and call it that. But yeah, my dad discovered those.
Shout out to Big Tom, by the way, 'cause,
Big
you
T.
know,
Big T.
and all the
T the
fish,
third?
Hey.
all the
The
fish
third,
too.
right?
Yeah, because I met
Fish.
you
They were a
guys.
great band.
I met you guys way back, man. I met you when you were a lot younger, dude.
Yeah, no, we met like I think the first time I ever went and played O'Shacky's when I was like 14 years old.
Yeah.
That was a good ass. Me and us and Sam were talking about that just the other day when we were over at Muddy Creek. But
Good old Sam. Hey, you remember when? I'm like,
Literally.
Yeah,
Totally.
why you gotta date me like that? Shit, man. So, you know, when you guys take the stage, man, you guys walk in so carefree, cool, relaxed, and you guys get on stage, and it's just wham, like right in your face.
Yeah.
You know, and
Right.
and
That's the power of the hurricane.
It is
Right.
on. It is on purpose. It is on
Yes.
purpose.
so I mean,
It's a smack in the mouth. You
It
gotta
is-
give,
it
you gotta give
is.
it a hard smack in the mouth.
shovel
It's
to
like
the face,
it's that
as Mr.
it's that
Joe Carver would
bitterness
say.
of the black coffee. It comes in. It just smack.
yeah.
Caffeine boost.
So where do you guys draw from when you guys get ready to go on stage? Because I know every musician, every artist has their niche or their time before they get on stage to get in their mindset. What do you guys do to get in your mindset?
Well,
before you go?
honestly, we just hang out. We're just genuinely best friends, and all more so than I think. I mean, of any musicians I've ever played with, these two guys. I mean, it's like we hang when we're not playing shows and we're not practicing or in the studio. We're hanging out. So it shows on stage, and I think that because we just have that kind of a friendship connection, and we have that kind of, we know each guy's got the other guy's back kind of a thing. We can go on there and just let loose and just let it all hang out there. So I think that's probably the number one thing for me.
For me, I definitely would say what he just said is for all of us. I feel like the fact that we're so close knit, it is shown on stage, and I feel like it's reflected in the music. It's reflected in my lyrics, and just the power of the melodies. I think when we all kind of come together, it's all shown there in the friendship. I think outside of that, as a singer, I always have to do little kind of stupid little vocal warm-up things, and I sit in my car for about 10 minutes and just kind of scream for a little bit, kind of get those little jitters out. For me, it's always calm and collective, and there's always just a little bit of that suspense, just like kind of hanging off the cliff, and then the second the first note hits, it's like relaxation. And I've heard lots of people kind of comment in that kind of way. I feel like every musician kind of shares it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah, you get into a groove and you get into like, it's almost like autopilot kind of, but you're still living in the moment, and you're still like very aware of what's happening, but you're not having to think about it. You're just like, it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's the artist's, I guess, most pure form of like actualization. You know what I mean? Like, this is
Right.
what, this is what
And like
you
time,
are, kind of a thing.
Right, and,
Not to
like-
sound so zen or anything like that. I'm just saying, like,
hippies.
that's essentially what it is.
No, and like time seems to pass so slow when you're on stage. Like I'll go through, we'll play like 4 or 5 songs.
I
and
think
it's
it
like,
depends on how well the crowd's involved.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah.
if the crowd's not really involved, if you walk in with the wrong thought process, it can fuck up the whole process before you
100%.
even get on
Absolutely.
stage.
And sometimes sometimes it can feel like, you said it goes a little bit slow. To me, it feels like it just flies by.
Well, it feels like it flies by after. I meant it went slow in a good way. Like it just feels like,
When you're sitting up
man,
there.
I feel like
Okay.
it should be over, but I
Yeah.
just keep having a more of a great time. But then when I step off stage, I'm like,
Man.
fuck, that went by
What a-
so
You do have those
fast.
kind of like
Blink of an eye.
not like deja vu moments, but
Yeah,
those moments
like-
where you kind of like, you are like so clear that you're like, oh wow, this is actually happening right now, and you can sit there and take
Absolutely.
like 5 seconds to enjoy it, and then you're like, oh yeah, here's the change, and then you're back
Shit,
into
here
like
comes the
that,
chorus.
right? Yeah.
Justin-
Usually, sometimes for us, it's like trying to find where one is, or like
Right.
like where your one and my one lines up.
Right. It's, where does the drag
So-
end? Where does the drag
Sometimes
end?
it's just like it goes like this.
There is stuff that that we can do, and I don't know if it's good or bad. I dig it, but there's stuff that like you and I can do that we'll like. I could close my eyes and have my back to you and know that you're not gonna hit like this actual right on the note. We're gonna like drag it and stuff. I can't play with any other drummers. Honest to God, I don't think
You
I
can't
can.
play with
Him-
any other drummer.
I can play with him and my uncle, because my uncle is a badass drummer. Probably the guy that got me really into music when I was a kid. He plays drums for a cover band called 6 Foot Blonde. She's pretty
Great
popular.
band,
Yeah,
by the
she's an
way.
incredible
Yeah, I
singer.
used to work at QFM. I was an intern at QFM,
Yeah. Oh,
really?
and they come in on a Friday show, and they were talking about I believe one of the new albums that they were just coming out with, some new music they were coming out with at
Yeah.
the time, and it was pretty awesome. I have not had a chance to check her out face to face or meet her. I hear she's pretty tall.
Yeah, very tall, very talented,
6
a
foot
great
Yeah.
singer. I filled in some shows with them that was fun, and I have you have that kind of a family connection, and like I said, that was kind of my introduction to music growing up. So I can play with him, and this guy I can play with. I went to music school, and some of the learned with some of the best guys and played with some of the best drummers, but I couldn't really ever click or connect with them. And then this guy, it's just like, there's just like,
This
I don't
fucking
know,
guy.
man. It's like this, literally like this
Truly.
fucking guy.
This fucking
fucking
hooligan.
guy. So,
Who let this bloody
Yeah.
bastard in here?
yeah. And the same can be said for him too, obviously, because he fits in like a fucking glove too. Like, it's just the whole, I don't know, it's the whole kit and caboodle, as it were.
Wow.
As it were.
As it were.
As it were.
So
Ta-da.
you guys draw from a unique standpoint. Now, for your ages, of course, and I'm not trying to point at that, but I'm kind of trying to point at that, like because you turn heads when you like, oh look at these young kids, they're just gonna come in and you're just gonna say, oh look at that kid, he thinks he's gonna play that really old drum set. Oh look at that dude, he looks like he's gonna play that guitar. Oh look at that singer over there trying to practice. Oh whatever. and then you guys get on stage, and then old people are like, "Oh, fuck."
Right.
That is
Hey,
what we're
that's-
going
hey,
for.
that is
We
my
wanna
life goal.
cross all the demographics,
Looking
man.
out into a crowd and watching people, you finish a song, and a lot of times, and this has happened to us, especially after the very first song, we won't get the kind of applause that we expect. We look out and people are just kind of looking at us like, it's hilarious, man. People are just looking at us like this, and we finish the song, and like they realize the song is over, and they're like, all right, holy shit. You know what I mean? And that, man, when we get off the stage and talk to people and have people tell us like, give us something, like we want to buy a CD, we want to buy a T-shirt, we want you to sign something for us. It's like
Makes us push harder.
I look behind me and I'm like, me, like seriously, like that. I mean, it's incredible to have the kind of response that Columbus gives us. And when you were talking about kind of how people walk into a show, what kind of opinion they have. I feel like although there's lots of times that you may play in front of a crowd that might be a little bit dead, the Columbus scene, man, just on its own, the crowd, the people, like it's very hard.
It's on the rise, man.
It's hard to be standing
It's
in a
crazy.
dead crowd with like Sam Stockdale in the crowd, like making
Tearing it the
everyone
fuck up.
making everyone mosh
Tearing
pit.
it
You know
the
what I
fuck
mean?
up.
Like there's no way you're gonna sit in a crowd and it be still. And yeah, man, people just move to the music. People vibe. It's amazing.
And it feels like the Columbus musicians, like us, Dread Engine, 8 Pound, all these guys that are playing, all local Columbus bands are like building a scene. Whereas like
Completely.
10 years ago, if you'd asked somebody, hey, is Columbus a music city? They'd be like, no.
Right.
L.A., New York, we're blah, 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 blah.
It's like the unpolished turd,
Yeah.
And
if you, I mean,
we're trying to polish it.
I mean, and if you think about it, I mean,
but the local bands are doing a hell of a job, though.
Well,
I mean,
and that's
they
what I'm
are.
saying.
You know what I mean?
I think all the local bands are doing a huge job of making this.
well, and I think that social media has done a really good job of like of having these pages and groups of pushing local music, and people, I don't know, people seem like a lot more willing to go to dive bars now than they did 10 years ago. Like,
Sure.
to see like these little local like
Oh, hey,
rock
Siobhan.
clubs and little
Hey, all.
local comedy clubs and
We
whatever.
had technical difficulties with the website, and that requires an actual computer, not an iPad. So I was fighting with the technology.
Oh.
That's why I was late.
welcome, Siobhan.
Join the
And
party.
you guys are amazing, by the way. My mic wasn't live a second ago, so I was just waiting.
Thank you so much.
He forgets about me. It happens.
You gotta be important
on.
before you can get a microphone.
No, yeah.
Fred.
See, I still get digs, even though I had my first interview.
That was
I move up, but I still get digs.
Moving
That's
up,
okay.
moving up in the
But no,
world.
you guys are absolutely amazing. The first time I saw you was at Bethel Road Pub, and you guys tore it up, and I was amazed because, I've been around music scene for a long time in Columbus. I grew up in it, and a lot of the time, the younger bands aren't that good. It's not that they aren't that good; they're just not. They're not that well versed yet, and you guys were phenomenal. And
Thank you.
I was absolutely pleasantly surprised.
Awesome.
I think
Well,
that's
yeah,
what they
that's
were
good.
going for,
Hell yes.
Siobhan.
That's fantastic. We actually had somebody. Are you talking about like the very first Bethel Road show we played? Like way
It
back?
was a couple of months ago. I think.
the one with 8 Pound. I
Yes.
think.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I think
okay.
so. Yeah.
I had a gentleman come up to me and he was like, "Yeah, man, I saw." Because did we do Touch Too Much that night, or did we gone shooting?
Oh, good question.
I can't-
I think that was
we
the
did-
touch.
don't
I get the
Touch.
Bethel Road
we
shows
did-
mixed
we
up
did do-
sometimes.
I think we
we
played-
play there a lot.
I think
It
we
feels
played
like
it-
we're the house band. We're playing there tomorrow night or
Or
Saturday night. I'm sorry. Day after tomorrow.
We'll get there.
We played Touch Too Much by AC/DC, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I saw AC/DC in the '70s, and you guys tore that fucking song up."
Oh my gosh.
I was like, "Hell
blows
yeah!"
my mind.
Could
People
you
are like,
It was
imagine?
great. If I could have bought him a shot, I would have.
So I want to give a shout out to everybody that's hanging out with us live tonight, man. Ace Omega, Rocky XTV, Amy Beth, Jeff Dollar, and everybody that's hanging out with us live on musicforminuteproductions.com.
Hello, everybody. Thank you.
Hello.
So we got some things here. Looks like Rocky X City ran sound for you guys back in the day, for all the fish back in the day.
Nice.
Amy Beth says she's looking
Sweet.
forward to seeing you guys.
Oh,
Thank you.
By the
We're
way,
looking forward
Amy
to seeing you.
Amy Beth can bake like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
Define
Like I'd
bake.
marry that woman just to get her baked goods. Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, baked
Baked
goods.
goods.
Baked
which show is
goods.
she
Baked
coming
goods.
to?
Baked-
If she's
baked-
watching, Amy Beth, which show are you coming to?
You know.
I
The
want
other
to know.
kind.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
My inner fat kid wants to know. So, Ant, I love you, brother. Happy I caught your stream. Jeff Dollar, which is a new listener, so I'm going to give a shout out to Jeff Dollar, listening all the way from another state, I believe, like the southern states.
Much
so
love.
it's pretty
Hell
fun.
yes.
Hell yeah.
Love, brother.
He says, what do they do on their off time for fun?
Ooh, good question.
Well, we have this weekly.
And it can't be music related.
Oh.
Oh.
We
This
have
isn't.
we have a weekly get together.
Again, it involves us hanging out.
It's us hanging out because we do just about everything together. But every Sunday, many call their Sunday Fun Day. Well, our Sunday Fun Day involves going out to Johnstown and basically, whatever we can get ourselves into, we either, sit around and, smoke. We might be drinking. We could be shooting off bottle rockets. We could swimming, jumping off the roof,
Playing video games.
You have no idea.
Lots of
Doing
video
shots,
games.
playing chess.
We
Playing
can't.
chess.
Some
Yes,
things we can't
We
discuss.
play lots of chess, drinking tea. We drink,
Playing pool.
making some good old Arabic tea.
Yes,
So
which is
basically,
fantastic.
our
By the
weekly
way, if you ever get
activities
to
Wait,
involve
Arabic,
music and
you have to
partying.
elaborate, E. Wait.
So, my mom has taught me many different things to make for using different types of herbs. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over. I'm stumbling over my words. It sounds like it could go 10,000 different ways. But basically, given different herbs that are from, the Middle Eastern area, I can make different kinds of things. Like, for example, my tea. My tea it uses different types of herbs that. We found out one of the main ones was sage, which is from the Middle East, like Middle Eastern sage, so not just any kind of sage. Apparently, it's special over there in the Middle East.
the driest of sage.
on some fertile soil over there somewhere.
Somewhere.
But this tea is what I credit my voice to. It's what I think Tommy might credit his sinuses to.
I can breathe for once in my life.
It's healing. I should have brought some, man. I should have made a pot and brought some over. We could all
Hey,
be sipping tea.
So Matt O'Connor, he's asking.
Yeah.
He goes,
Yes.
"Hey mofos," he
Yeah.
says,
What
"I
up?
want to know the exact product that you use in your hair. Beautiful puffs."
Davin
yes.
S. Love. Davin S. Love
for
products.
Tom.
The whole
Wow.
line.
Justin, what
Get
do
him.
you- what do you
Charles
do?
Wow.
Penzone Salon. My girlfriend works there. Stevie?
What am I using?
How much does that run? Because I'm actually kind of jealous of your guys' hair. My hair is not that nice.
It's expensive.
I don't know. I
It's,
just
it's
use-
probably
and,
like,
and that's my problem.
It's like $25 a bottle for
Yeah,
the
see,
shampoo.
that's,
Oh, hell
that's
no,
25
that's
too
not-
expensive.
I use Aussie. It's this like purple
Oh,
bottle.
that's a little
As
cheaper.
a kangaroo. It's $6 a
Yeah.
bottle. That's,
Okay.
I'm down with that.
I could do
That's
that.
why your hair looks the worst.
You know,
Oh,
because
suck.
a box of diapers is like $25, so I can't really afford $25 for hair product.
Oh yeah, no, never. The only reason that my hair looks this good, I think, is his girlfriend who works at Charles Benzone. She cuts my hair for free and does all this stuff for free.
Stevie.
There you go.
She won't do it for free for you, but she is a
Hey, it's all
fantastic stylist who will do it for very cheap. So you should definitely hit her up sometime.
Yeah.
She does all of our
CP.
hair. She does.
I'll just start promoting her
Samsung
on the
deals
show.
hair.
I'll start promoting her on the show.
Totally.
Promotions
Yes.
for free haircuts.
Promotions,
Right.
yeah.
As long
Help
as
me cut
long
my Justin
as,
Bieber, and we'll be
Yeah.
good.
as long as you just list her as like executive hairstylist.
Executive hairstylist,
Dude,
black
we
coffee.
I promise.
We're
before
listing her
the-
on that album.
Before the end of the show, I'll show you my Justin Bieber before we close out the end of
Please,
the show.
I would love that.
Nobody's seen the Bieber yet.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
So I'll
Please
show you. So
Bring
you
the
guys in.
viewers in. We must keep them. We need to do this.
What do you use in your hair? I know it's kind of.
I can't remember the brand.
Dollar
I know that
General
it's
brand.
like.
See,
it's
no
like,
one else
it's
cares
like,
but Tom.
It's middle of the road. It's like not the
My
most
girlfriend's a
expensive stuff you
hairdresser.
can
I don't
get,
have a
but it's
choice.
good shit. It's got coconut oil,
Oh,
like
that's all you
coconut
need
milk
there.
and shit,
Coconut
and all that
milk.
stuff. Yeah, that's some of the shampoo.
that why
and
it's
stuff
crunchy?
and conditioner. I mean,
Justin, it's kind of Hall and
It's a little
Oates-ish. It's kind of Hall and Oates-ish, really. It really like.
it's a nice. It's almost like a Brian May / Lindsey Buckingham blend.
Well,
it's like a.
Lindsey Buckingham had an afro, so.
Well, that's what have you
I
seen?
go
Yeah,
for
but
the
have you
straight
seen
Robert
it when
Plant.
when I don't?
Middle Eastern
Do
Robert
anything?
Plant.
Yeah.
I was
Put
gonna
anything
say it
in
looks
it?
like you did some stuff with it today. I've seen my cousin has hair similar to yours, and when she actually grows it out, it's like this big poof ball.
Yeah, I can do that with my hair.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Good
Lord.
All right, guys. Well, I want to give a shout out to first and foremost my sponsors: Columbus Botanical Depot, CBDHempHealth.com, Raw Designs, designsbyraw.com, and I want to give a shout out to Photo Nation AP and my man Rocky X TV. Check him out, YouTube.com/Rocky X TV for all your do-it-yourself vehicle needs. So he does DIY builds and stuff like that and projects on vehicles and shows
That is
people how
something
to
I will use.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
He specializes in Jeep though, because he's got a special kind of love for Jeep.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Like
Good man.
his Jeep
meet
gives
this
me
guy.
a cargasm, so you know.
Well, anyways, so
Just
we're gonna go.
saying.
We're gonna pay some commercials right now, but when we get back, we're gonna be hanging out with Black Coffee.
Absolutely.
We're gonna open up the phone lines a little bit, and we got some surprises as
Please.
well.
Oh, we've got
Oh,
plenty of
surprises.
surprises.
Oh, yeah, right.
What could they be, you
Ah.
might ask?
I don't know. We'll be right back after this. From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
CTP Mag has it all. I mean, seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
just wasting time, feeding the machine, and time can't take that.
Every now and then you make your presence known.
Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with Ant-Man only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD Living Water is for the living. Get yours today. From local to national, ZTPMag.com delivers it all. Raw, beautiful, and bold. Go to ZTPMag.com today. Check out info on some of your favorite music, tech, food, and rides.
Seriously, where else am I going to get that kind of info? Plus, it's all free at the touch of a finger on all my devices. It's like the people working for the mag understand what their viewers want and the importance of involving them.
You heard the lady.
Get over to ZTPMag.com.
What's going on, fellas?
Hello.
Oh.
Welcome back to the show.
Round 2.
So we're hanging out live with Black Coffee tonight on Ant-Man Versus, and I first and foremost want to apologize to all the viewers when they first tuned in, the technical difficulty that we had. We installed a huge flat screen, as you guys can see on the wall.
It's beautiful.
Here. And
So helpful.
When we installed the flat screen, the text didn't inform us that there's a volume button with it. So yeah.
Delay.
Yep.
All good.
And
That's the point of the live show.
so Jeff Dollar, he's talking. He said we have bonfires and cookouts on Sundays, and thank you for the shout out, Ant. So I want to give a shout out to everybody out there. Jeff Dollar is actually from Southern Middle Tennessee.
We'll come down and we will acoustic
yes,
play
dude.
your
Yeah,
bonfire.
dude,
we
for
will,
real.
we will
Cook
be
out.
down
For
there.
real.
We will grill with you. We want some of that Tennessee barbecue.
We'll be on the road next year, so.
My only question is if it's Middle Tennessee, that's not close enough to Memphis, so it can't be Memphis barbecue. What type of bar? Because you know people are like picky about.
They got
barbecue.
Walmart. So you can
Tennessee
sleep in a parking
barbecue.
lot and then drive there in the morning.
I'm telling you,
The Walmart-
I am
the
telling
Walmart
you, man.
theory.
That's going to be a reoccurring thing.
I love it.
So what's going on, Siobhan?
Not too much. I was having some technical difficulties with my headphones. Apparently, it's just not my night.
I guess not.
But I got that fixed. I can hear everybody now.
Yes.
Amen.
So congratulations, Siobhan, by the way, for your interview with Upchurch on
Why,
the
thank
8th.
you.
That
Thank
was
you.
pretty awesome.
It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. He's a cool dude.
He's different. Like, I mean, it's a different kind of guy. Like, I mean, you don't expect him like that.
Sure.
But so, are you guys familiar with hip hop or this thing called country rap? This new thing that's been
Yes.
around.
I've heard a lot.
I've tried
of the different
to-
music that's come out of it. It's very cool. It's different. I enjoyed it.
Jeff Dollar, he says, drink a few cold ones and smoke some good bud and shout the shit about the past and shoot the shit about the past and the future.
You said it.
Yeah.
Not us. We didn't. We danced around that.
Yeah. So we're hanging out with Black Coffee, and as you guys know, if you don't know, you need to check them out on Facebook. It's official Black Coffee.
Yes, please.
Yes.
On
It is
Facebook.
muy
Official Black
importante.
Coffee.
Official.
I've had people tell me, they're like, I can't find him on Facebook. Did you do the official Black Coffee?
You gotta
on
do
You gotta
Facebook?
Gotta get
officialize
to be
it.
in the
You gotta do
club,
official.
you know?
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
first, when we were getting started up about 5 months ago, it was really hard to find us. Even if you typed official, you had to
really
you
look.
had to go to the bands in Sweden and
All the coffee
Texas
shops.
and Africa and all these different places.
But the cool thing is we get random
Coffee
like
shops.
follows from like
Yeah,
coffee
there's a
shops
lot of
all
followers
like
and likes
around
that
the
are just-
country, and like we'll just do like Instagram, we'll do hashtag Black Coffee, and it'll be like little coffee shop, like,
3 or 4
like
coffee
the,
shops
you know,
like
and
this,
they
like,
start
yes.
following you or whatever. It's like,
The
hey,
coffee shop
Nice.
tour.
the coffee shop.
whatever you
tour.
can get. Like that.
Like the
Could
Foo
totally
Fighters
do
garage
it.
All the
tour.
We'll
coffee
do-
shops that liked
That's
us on
great.
Facebook. That'll be our contact.
We'll do our signings. We'll do our signings at Little Acoustic.
But yeah, nowadays,
We'll have Ant-Man
hopefully
come.
at least, it's much
Yes.
easier to find us at Official Black Coffee. Once we get some more leeway, we'll get just the black coffee on there, get the little blue check mark, hopefully, and continue on.
The big blue check
Ding.
mark.
The big blue check mark.
Everybody
Then
strives,
it will be the verified
everybody strives
black
for the
coffee.
check mark. Everybody's
Yeah,
like,
the-
I need the check
I have to
It's
get
like the
that
number one
blue
goal.
check mark.
The golden ticket
That means
now.
it's legit, you know?
Yeah, it's like winning the first place trophy. You know?
That means you've made it.
Josh Dillard says he was listening to the show in the shower.
Yes.
Yes.
My man
Oh.
Big D, and I don't mean Dallas.
Oh.
No, but so those of you who don't know, my man Josh D is on the new morning show that we do on Sundays. Music Family Productions is doing a new morning show, Sunday Morning Meltdown. We do that every Sunday morning.
Oh, wow.
8
Love
a.m.
it. It's the
8
Sundays, man.
8 a.m. to 10 a.m. And then
Pre-Sunday
we do
Funday.
it's less music, more talk. So we involve local bands, we involve local people into it.
That's
awesome.
We've created a whole thing with it. So shout out to Josh for his promotion to the new morning show. So. But so you guys, man, how long have you guys been playing, like, just yourselves, not as a band? I mean, you personally.
Start with them too.
My mom has a picture of me the first time I ever played drums, and I was about this big, and my dad was like holding me, and I just had these drumsticks that were like twice as long as I was, and I was like, so pretty fucking long.
Pretty fucking long.
Pretty
yeah.
fucking long. I like seriously picked it up and really started playing like every single day when I was like 7.
When you grow up with your dad.
Or 6, yeah.
You know, you grow up
Dad,
literally
right.
surrounded by Vista
Drummer,
lights.
Drummer everywhere. Like
You had like those
Fucking-
little baby
yeah, the
Vista
Vista
lights,
lights,
like
man.
you like
you
just
can't
over
throw
your
a ball
baby carriage
and
as
not
you
hit
were
a
growing up.
drum-related object in my house.
Literally.
Like, there's a cymbal leaning against the wall, or a snare drum on the table, or a drum set over here. Like it's fucking.
It's
drum
tough to
central.
grow up with a musician because you don't want to knock that shit over.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
You
tough
don't.
to grow up with a
You don't.
musician. Like
You learn all
You don't
the
want to deal with
musician
that
etiquette.
wrath.
Well,
Yeah.
and there's
quickly.
also that thing of before you're technically allowed to touch it, there's that temptation of going. Because my stepdad growing up played drums. He was in a band, and like every time I walked by to go to my room, which is in the basement, I had to look at those drums and be like, can't touch.
I have felt that exact sensation
like
right
run
there.
a finger across it, like hee, I'm touching it.
So the fun thing about being in the local music scene is you get to play venues and you get to go out and meet people. And one of the things that I love about Black Coffee as a whole is you guys aren't too big and too proud to stop and talk and conversate. Even when you got gear in your hands, you'll stop and be like, hey, how's it
Of course
going?
not. Of course.
And
There's never not a time.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put down his guitar head and I'm gonna shake your hand because
Oh my God.
you I mean I carry
Especially
your
his
stuff
guitar
because
head.
he
Fuck
doesn't
his
carry his
guitar
own
head.
stuff.
I don't
But
like
anyway,
Give it away.
Yeah,
Hand
if
it to
you-
the person.
if-
Hey, here.
if you just sat there and watched us play, or well, hopefully you were standing and clapping and things of that nature. But if you just watched us play, and you're gonna come up and say something positive to me or even negative to me, I mean, you just watched us play. Like all respect to you for, listening to my band. That's really all we hope to accomplish is just for people to listen to us and hopefully to accept us.
Yeah.
You know? So it means so much to people that come up to us and talk to us and all that stuff. It's great.
Fucking Matt. Let's get down to the meat, boys. Tell us about the album. I need some new tunes to blast in the car, like Right Meow.
Right meow. Matt,
Right
we are
meow.
so close. We are so close.
Oh, the album.
Our single should be ready within
End of
weeks,
this month?
we're hoping.
Where are you guys writing at? Where are you guys recording at?
We're working out of John Schwab Recording Studios.
Yeah,
and
JSR.
We're working with the fantastic Mr. Colin Coffee. Very, it was not
Shout
planned.
out.
Was not planned, but
Last name is Coffee.
It's like fate.
It is.
Yeah,
his
literally,
last
it's like
name really
fate.
is
Coffee.
Yeah.
the man just immediately understood, like from like the first song that we played for him, exactly what we were going for. And he just
he's a legend.
picked up the vibes perfectly, and yeah, we can't wait to show everybody.
If I was to credit anyone that's not sitting right here to Black Coffee, it would be Colin, because the songs were completely written and done, and everything was meticulously thought out. And when we walked into JSR, he didn't change anything; he added to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, I can hear what you're hearing. Try this." Try doing this. Try doing this transition this way.
He's
and
not
it'll
pushy.
sound-
He's not.
No,
he's
not
not
pushy. And you know how hard it is to find somebody like
It
that?
is,
Someone
yeah.
that will go outside of the norm. Hey, listen, we're not gonna record with a metronome. We're not gonna
no
we're not gonna
click.
sit in isolated booths.
This is called real recording.
And listen to the drummer
I mean-
drum and then try to play with him. I want to recreate, and the whole thing was I want to recreate what we do in our basement.
Yeah.
I want to sit
That's the
together
whole
Yeah.
thing.
as a trio and look at one another,
We-
and I want to play.
We want to sound how we sound live. The biggest reactions that we've gotten from people are just seeing us live, and the word of mouth. Because up until this point, we don't really have anything to go off of. We don't have we don't have anything to share with anybody. So the fact is that we wanted to. It's like all of our idols, like all of our heroes, are telling us this is the only way to do it because this is like the right way, and these are the reasons. And we go, okay, that's cool. Let's do that because like those are the people that we aspire to be like. And if we can take, one recording, we did how many songs? how many songs did we do in one day that we were all sitting together, the three of us, and we got all of the basic tracks done in that one day. But how many
in
was
one
it?
day we got 10 tracks completely front to back recorded, and all that was really left after the first day was doubling and polishing up solos, polishing up fret noise, things of that nature.
my background
Yeah,
recording
the little tiny
studio.
thing.
And as much as we aspire to be like our not our founders, but like our fathers, kind of like people like Dread End and people like Grindhouse that are amazing musicians, amazing in the Columbus scene, have done so well for themselves, and we take all of their critique and everything they say to heart. But there's also the uniqueness of what we want to do, which is
the tapping.
So, my bad, shit.
It's the same thing we're
Playing
playing. But I
drums.
think,
He's a drummer,
I think
yeah,
that,
yeah,
but
right, yeah.
further than like we, because obviously like we respect all those local bands that we play with, and they're badass bands. But I guess what I was trying to say was I'm not trying to like compare ourselves to like
not at all.
Aerosmith or
Of course
Led
not.
Zeppelin or Van Halen or any
sound-
Sabbath or any of that. But that's the stuff that we try to do, because that's what. You watch even like a guy like Dave Grohl, you watch interview after interview after interview where they just say like, you can go and do 27 takes, but 9 out of 10 times you're gonna take the first 4 or 7, because after that you start like one of my favorite quotes by Mr. David Lee Roth is that like after that point you start thinking yourself past genius. Like you just you start overthinking everything, and so we want to live with those little human errors and those human mistakes that make it sound like people playing music and make it sound, I guess in my opinion more
raw.
relatable, more raw and more relatable.
Like that's what we like to go for.
You'll be able to you'll get to hear the little woots and shouts at the end of songs and all that kind of stuff that each other we all do.
Talking to each other at one point during the song.
And that was the preface of the name of the album for those of you
that's something that you guys do on a regular though when you're on stage. Like it's not just. Uh-oh. Here we go.
What is this?
Is that a call?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Who is it?
You are live on Ant-Man Versus. Oh, hold on.
Hello.
Hello.
Get on you.
Get on you. Hold on.
G'day.
How about
Some
now?
more technical difficulties.
Aha!
We can hear you.
Hello.
Get on you, mate.
Hello.
I think I know who this
Good morrow. Good morrow.
Who's that?
I think I.
Get on you, mate. Sir.
Aye.
What's going on, man? You are live with Black Coffee.
Hey, man. I just wanted to say that I absolutely love these guys. They're doing some great things in the scene right now, and these are guys that either you're going to hop on board with what they're doing and enjoy the ride, or you're going to be left in the dust. That's the absolute truth. Not only are they phenomenal musicians,
What a man.
but they are just outstanding dudes otherwise. And it's awesome that you guys are doing what you're doing. So I didn't mean to interrupt the interview. I just wanted to call and say I love you guys.
Aww.
And
love you
just shout out some love to you. That's all.
We love you most.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man.
Well, that was your first. I think that was your first official over-the-phone interview.
Compliment.
Compliment.
That was
Black Coffee phone.
There we
Yeah,
go.
right there,
That's
man.
it. There's a first for
But
everything. That's
so we're gonna open up the phone lines for you guys. Call in 614-916-6372. You can be part of the action and talk to Black Coffee live on the show.
Please.
And Matt, he says the chemistry on stage definitely needs to match the chemistry in the studio. I have nothing to compare your onstage presence to at the moment, but I have all the faith that this album will be sick.
I don't think this album will let anyone down. It blew. I think it blew our minds.
I was
when
gonna say,
we
were you
listened
guys
to it.
surprised? Were you like,
we couldn't believe that? And again, this is where the credit goes to Colin.
Yeah, totally.
Is we couldn't believe that what we heard in our heads was right there in front of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's literally nothing I would change about the way it sounds right now.
Totally.
Which is
And
crazy.
it was that recording without a metronome. Everyone sitting in the same room. No bullshit. Two takes.
It
three
sounds
takes max.
it
And
sounds like a band that was like I don't know, it's like time travel or something, you know what I mean? Like it's new music because it sounds new, it's fresh. It doesn't sound like
Anybody
a copy. It doesn't sound like a rip off, because, and I don't think that like, I mean, it might be obvious to some of us, like Tommy might do a drum fill and be like, oh man, that was so Bonham, or like, you know, something
Ripped
like that,
off
and nobody's gonna know because, you know, because they're just gonna go, oh shit, that's like Tommy, because you're just gonna play like Tommy. He's just gonna sing like Ehab, so it's like, yeah.
And all these things are what credit the album name, which is Take One. I don't know if we've really told anyone, but that's the album name is Take One.
Yeah, no, nobody. I don't think anybody knows anything.
Yeah, no, but it's like this. It's like this. I mean, it's almost awesome, man. That it's just up in the air like this, and people. We've had a lot of people tell us like it's really anticipated. Everyone's really waiting for this, and I'm just like, again, looking around like, fuck, really us? Like,
hell yes.
Damn, I wish we had more money to be in the studio every day.
For real, for real.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest holdup at the moment, man. It's just it's a money thing, you know. It's
Try to GoFundMe.
Well,
don't get me wrong, like the
or an
community,
Indiegogo,
I
I guess.
Exactly, I feel like the community would do it, but there's a part of me that, you know, a part of all of us.
We got to do it
like
ourselves.
We got to do it.
You kind of
ourselves.
want to do it yourself.
We got to do it ourselves. Like
this
it's got to be.
Totally.
Yeah, it's got like.
It's our album.
I want them to save that money for the T-shirts and the bumper stickers
and the album when it comes
CDs
out.
And
there you go.
Yeah.
Totally.
You know, being your first album, your first serious album, like maybe do a campaign for like the third album. I don't know, involve the people in that. But your first one should be like. You're grabbing your nuts and stepping up.
I mean,
this is
here's
us.
the thing.
Right.
The thing about this album is like it is literally like the three of us. Each guy gets his own licks. There's no like ego. There's no like I've got to be the leader and I've got to do this. There's just like literally it's like it's open season, and like the thing like so there's songs that we've played. And songs that you've written and you've had on your back burner for years. There's songs that I've written that have been one song I wrote when I started writing when I was in middle school that ends up on this record. So we're pulling. I mean, this is like a culmination of like our last. You said one of your first questions was how long have you been playing? Right, I've been playing guitar for 12 years. This album is really like a culmination of just 12 years of me like actually learning how to play guitar. And I feel like this is at least personally for me my best push at, you know, this is who I am as a player. And I think this band, I mean, I could say the same thing for you and definitely the same thing for you, because I think what this man has that I think if I can just suckle just a little second. I do think that one thing that he has that maybe not a lot of people have is he has this like you have this like immediate inkling to think like, oh, he's this like, you know, 80s kind of like, you know, this like almost kind of like hair metal singing because he can do it. He can have that. He's got that power, but he listens to modern music. He listens to like a lot of stuff, and the lyrics that he writes are so relatable to today, in my opinion. And I can't wait for people to flip through the book on the album and read them and be able to sing them, because people are going to be blown away by what this guy's written. So I think that if anything,
damn you, drummer, you're doing it again.
Damn it! Quit it! Would you knock it off?
I had coffee before I came.
Well, you have to.
It was black coffee.
It was literally
of coffee.
We were expecting a fresh pot to be brewed.
You.
I'm a little bit salty with you, Ant-Man.
That needs to be our requirement to any place.
That is literally
the
intern, the writer,
beer, but coffee.
See, the intern got promoted, and now she feels like she doesn't need to do the duties anymore.
Please, it's okay. It's okay.
Well,
we're totally joking.
But see, what he's not telling you is he doesn't drink coffee, so there's no coffee anywhere in the studio ever. Unless I bring it, and then I hear about it.
I have something special for you guys. I brought this. I'm saving this special for you guys because I know you guys are a different kind of band.
Oh.
And so I want to play this for you and see what you guys think. So this is from a band called Controversy for Breakfast.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I think you guys would be awesome on a bill with these guys.
That would be one hell of a show.
I think it would be an eclectic group, and you guys would bring seriousness to it. So we're gonna run this by you guys. Siobhan, what do you got for them when we come back?
Well, because of technical difficulties, the only thing I was able to get together today was the Douchebag Criminals. But during the break, I can find something.
Wow, that sounds real good. Wow, there we go. Well,
no, I have some leftovers from about a week ago. So
no, but so how was your interview with Upchurch?
It was absolutely amazing. I had a lot of fun. He's a really down to earth, personable guy, and you know, a lot of guys that start out small and then blow up like that get a big head, and he absolutely doesn't have that go. Like, he would be the same person today as he was tomorrow if he ended up back in his hometown and nobody cared who he was anymore.
That's sick.
Wow.
That's how I want to be.
Yeah,
I hope
like
so, yeah.
like if we ever go, you know, big or anything like that, like I just want to be that guy that's just down to earth, you know, that everybody can talk to.
Well, I think it's important when you get to that point because there are so many artists that at that point don't have time for their fans. And the thing that they tend to forget is that those fans got you there. Those fans got you to that point.
I would be happy making like $30,000 a year
Like,
doing music.
pay the
Are you
rent.
fucking kidding?
Right.
And I would spend all the time with my fans, and I wouldn't even do anything else. Like that's what I
wouldn't
would
have
do.
a house,
I
I
would
would
hang
just
out
chill
with
at fans'
I mean,
Right.
the awesome
Sign
thing.
titties and babies.
Totally.
I'm telling you.
Let's do it.
And we would just, our
ambidextrous.
address
I'm
would
gonna
just
grab
be,
a kitty meow while we're walking through the crowd.
our
Meow.
address would just be the freaking Walmarts of America. Like, literally,
Right.
that would be it.
The great thing about this
Address.
Oh,
too.
another one.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
is that. Well, what's with the British accents every time we get a phone call? It just goes right there. All right, you're here live.
It's not an
You're
American
live.
sounding ring.
You're live on Ant-Man Versus. What's up?
What's up? This is Jeff Dollar.
Jeffrey from Tennessee. What up, man?
What's going on, man?
What's going on? Watching the show. It's lagging like a motherfucker, but I'm still catching most of it.
It's because the internet's trying to hold a little man down.
YouTube doesn't care
That's
for
the
us that
man.
much.
YouTube?
That's the secret.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
you know what's funny about
Oh,
that
yeah.
though? You know what's funny about that though is that in 3 days we'll have like 5,000 views. So
That's perfect.
on Facebook.
Fuck yeah.
Or I mean, and YouTube.
Yeah.
What's going on,
YouTube
Jeff?
just can't keep up.
You got a question for
I
Black
just
Coffee?
wanted to call, and they were saying that, you know, they weren't trying to sound like Led Zeppelin and stuff, and to me, you know, they're really close from what little bit I've heard, and it's because of you, Anthony, that, you know, I've actually listened to the music.
Well, thanks, man.
Because I looked
appreciate
them
it,
up
sir.
and checked them out, and they rock out, man, and they
Hell
fit
yeah.
together. You know, some groups just don't fit together. You got to find the right people to have the right sound. I mean, music is my life, even though I'm a Southern country boy. I can't carry a tune in a 50-gallon drum if I wanted to. I wish I could.
You sound like
But
my kind of
music
people,
is my
sir.
life,
This man,
man,
it's my
and
spirit animal.
I support the people that I follow, and y'all are some great people, and I'm looking forward to listening to more of your music, and not trying to cut in on y'all's interview. Got to give a shout out to people I call my family, the Tennessee Sticks. If y'all ain't heard of them, you need to go on YouTube and check them out.
Hell yeah.
They some Southern Tennessee boys that said y'all really hadn't listened to a whole lot of country rap and hip hop. Y'all need to check them out.
Hell yeah.
They're like up church. They're cool as hell, and they're like what y'all talk about. They stop and talk to their fans, and that's the kind of people that I love to follow. People that's got time for their fans, no matter how busy they are, and no matter what their schedule is. That's the people that gets the diehard fans like me to follow them and advertise their music.
Well, hell yeah. I mean, without Ant-Man, we wouldn't even be able to say that we have a fan in Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't
know
have,
what I mean?
if you don't have fans,
we're gonna send you a goddamn
Yeah, dude.
physical copy of this
When-
damn
when
album
the
the
t-
second
when
it
the
Need to
comes out.
autograph it and send it to
When
him.
the
Autograph it
t-shirt
and send it to you,
and
Jeff.
the album come
We
out,
got
you're
you,
getting
man.
one. We'll mail it to you.
Much love.
Honestly, like message Ant-Man the address or something.
Hop on Facebook, give us a like, man. We'll make sure we get that album
Yeah,
to
send
you,
it
man.
to us.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get on Facebook whenever the broadcast is over and I get off the phone and stuff, and like y'all on Facebook and share y'all and stuff, because y'all some cool people.
Perfect.
much
Thank you,
love,
sir.
man.
Yes,
All
much
right,
love.
Jeff. Thanks, man, for calling in, dude. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So without further ado, man, we're going to get this right here. This is called Agatha with Banjo. And this
Agatha.
is from Controversy for Breakfast. Let's get
Let's
it.
hear it.
was raised down here in the hills of Harlan Town. She never had a choice, she never had a voice, but she'd take her granddaddy's moonshine into town. Like a thug, won't you fire up your granddaddy still? Like a thug, won't you fire up your granddaddy still? Well, Aggie girl, I gotta make you mine now, baby. Gonna make some shine in this town. I ain't never been no one quite like you. Well, Aggie girl, if you give me a choice, well, darling girl, I will give you a voice. Make it out of Harlan, just me and you. Like a thug, won't you fire up your granddaddy still? Like a thug, won't you fire up your granddaddy still? Like a thug, won't you fire up your granddaddy still? Like a thug, Aggie girl, won't you be mine and teach me the secrets to your granddaddy's still?
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
City
And we're back. What's going on, gentlemen?
We're live.
We're
Hello.
live. Oh, wait a minute.
Live.
Oh, wait a minute. We're
We're
doing a radio
live.
show. Oh, shit. Crap. Let me get my headphones on. We're doing a
Where
radio
we
show.
at?
Where
are we?
We're here.
We're here.
What's going on,
All
fellas?
right.
Oh, we are Jay chillin'.
Jay Chill.
So we are
Jay
hanging
Show.
out live with Black Coffee. I want to give a shout out first and foremost to everybody that's been contributing to the show. My man Matt, Jeff, everybody that's been tuning into the show. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, CBD Columbus Botanical Depot, CBDHempHealth.com, Raw Designs, who handles all my beautiful logos and stuff, and my man Ryan Woods, 614-425-7901. If you're a band, if you're an artist, if you're in the industry, and you need some new logos, some new graphic work, go ahead and contact my man Ryan, and he'll hook you up with a sweet deal for your first opportunity if you use the hashtag AntmanVs. So AntmanVs will get you a certain percentage off of your first logo. So...
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. And Photo Nation AP, my man Dave Sheets, who did all my logos and stuff for me, my audio and stuff like that for me as well. They're going to be doing some photography for us. And Siobhan, if I remember correctly, like we got something for the guys to try at the end of the show, so we got a special surprise for the guys.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
I, can't wait
I
to see
picked it
this.
up special today, made a stop before I got here to the
Oh,
studio.
okay. All right.
Is it in the house right now?
It is.
Oh.
So you guys have a show that's like something that is coming soon, right?
Saturday.
Wait, Saturday?
This Saturday.
Day after
Damn.
tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great show coming up this Saturday. It's at the Bethel Road Pub.
I love that venue, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's the Bethel Road
it
Pub.
is the hottest up and coming club in my opinion for the rock scene right now in Columbus.
Freaking awesome. So many
Great
good bands play
ownership.
there.
The stage is awesome. The sound's always great. We're playing with a couple bands from Erie, Pennsylvania, AntmanVs and Bravura.
Yep.
And to check
Sick.
them out, there's some. I went to school with the guitar player of AntmanVs. His name's Zach, and went to school with them in Cleveland, also with Cooper, who is in Harmless Habit, which is another band
also
that's going to
playing.
be playing
Local
on
band
with us.
around here. If you guys haven't heard of Harmless Habit, man, look them
Check
up.
them out.
These guys just
Amazing
shred,
band.
man.
Amazing.
These guys just shred. You know, not to knock like the drumming and the singing scene in Columbus, which is fantastic. But I think that like really where it's at is like guitar. I mean, the guitar players in this town are unbelievable,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
There's a
Columbus
lot of
guitar
really
players
sick-ass
and
guitar
Columbus
players.
singers are just something else.
Something
around here,
else.
man.
So yeah,
I love it.
music starts at 9, doors are at 8, and yeah, we'll be playing all night long. So
Come
on
early,
out.
stay long.
You guys got added to a show.
We did.
Just
we got
today,
added to
we-
a,
And
a
it's
big one.
nobody knows.
Nobody
yet.
knows
5
about
hours
this.
ago.
This has been in
Literally.
the works.
Breaking news.
This
got
is
a phone
officially
call.
Breaking news.
We got a phone call from this lovely man named Seven. If you guys know him, big shout out to Seven, big shout out to Grindhouse. And yeah, we got put on the bill for the New Year's Eve Boba Flex show. I don't even think it's been announced yet. I think you, Ant-Man, might be the first person to even see the flyer.
I
so-
am, yeah. Well,
Absolutely.
He
me-
saw
all
it
the-
before
all
we
the
even
beautiful-
saw it. So.
Yeah.
He's
Totally.
like, have you guys seen the flyer? No.
all you beautiful viewers out here that if you've seen it in rotation, it's brand spanking new. We're playing with Resistance 13, Lovesick Radio's on it, Grindhouse is on it, Infidel is on it,
Yep.
and
Black
of
Coffee.
And
course,
of course.
the Blackest of Coffee,
And Boba
And
Fett.
the mighty
Boba
Boba
Flex.
Flex.
the mighty
The
Boba
mighty
Flex.
Boba
Boba Flex.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
gonna make your
The
plans
man.
Oh, yeah.
now. New
So-
Year's Eve, man. It's gonna be.
We are so
we're gonna take
excited.
the roof off of the hour.
Yeah, for everyone in Columbus that has been trying to hear Black Coffee, I'm hoping that's the show where everyone
Yeah.
in Columbus finally gets to hear Black Coffee. Here's who
I'll
we
tell you
are,
what,
and then a
I'll
little
make
bit
you a
after
deal.
the album drops.
I'll make you a deal. So if you guys are up for some media, then we'll bring. Well, I'll talk to the council over. I have 5 board of directors that I have to consult at Music for Media Productions. So there's 5 people. That's the 5 backers for the company that I have to consult before I can do any projects. But I'm pretty sure that I can convince them to allow me to come out and write a review for your guys' show.
Hell yeah.
So if you
Heck
guys
yeah.
have a media
yeah.
list, go ahead and put me on your media list. I'll come
Please.
out and I'll cover the show.
Absolutely.
We'll do
Yeah.
a review and we'll do a bunch of stuff for Music for Media Productions.
That would be
and-
fantastic.
Of course.
So
We would love to do that.
Yeah, we've got that, and we have the beautiful Halloween show that we have been looking forward to for so long.
October
This
the
is like
28th.
I
It's
think
gonna
I
be a
might ditch all my other
fun
invites and come to this show.
Yeah,
Listen,
this
yeah,
is
if you've got, even if you're doing something, man, on Halloween, you have to come out to this show.
Yeah,
It's
this is gonna be
Decades
unbelievable.
Uncovered. It's 4 bands, the 4, in my opinion, some of the best bands in Columbus.
Absolutely.
Some of the biggest.
We're opening the show up. We're doing an hour of just 70s covers, literally.
Only.
Some
you
stuff
get your
that we're working on.
Fix, you
Yeah.
get your Van Halen fix, you get your Sabbath.
Well,
fix.
no, I'm just saying some stuff we're working on.
Don't say
Don't
no.
say
I'm not
words.
saying names.
The stage
I'm just
show
saying
is going to be something else. It's gonna have a lot of crowd.
It's a
involved in
dream
it.
set list for us. I mean,
Man,
literally.
just the set
That's
list
awesome.
alone is just.
Now, what I want to know, are you guys going to dress up for Halloween?
So
absolutely.
I mean,
again,
'cause
we
I
can't
know,
get
like-
too
we
much
can't
into
we
it.
can't go
Alright.
too deep
There's a lot of
into what
costume
we're going
changes
to.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
happening.
That's. I was going to say if
Just
we
on
have
our
it-
show alone it's gonna be
'Cause
incredible.
We
it's
have a
not-
general idea.
I mean, you guys are pretty active on stage, so I'll be honest. Like
Could
the
be lots
show
of
that
White Rain hairspray.
Oh, you
the
have
show
no
I saw
idea.
you guys, you made me hot watching you guys being so active because I'm like, wow, like,
Wait, whoa.
not
Headbanging.
that
Headbanging.
Where she was
kind,
Headbanging.
not that
But
kind,
I get it.
like sweaty hot. Yeah,
We knew what you meant.
So if depending on the costume, like that could be a little rough.
It could be.
Totally
And
true.
I sweat so much when I play. Do
He
you sweat?
does.
I
Dude,
sweat
do I sweat?
so
Look at the
much.
pictures.
This
The
I'm
lights
drenched.
don't help
I put on-
either. Stage
Like a
lights
shower.
don't help at
It
all.
is the
God.
most frustrating thing in the world for me because I change strings before shows, and by the end of the show,
Rusty.
my strings are black.
Yeah,
I
he
have to. I'm in the
sweats.
middle of having to like replace my input jacks because of the corrosion of literally
Wow.
of
I
my
got
sweat
one.
getting
I
up
got
in there.
one.
Like literally,
So-
it's crazy.
There was this
Nasty.
show that you
It is
guys
nasty.
did.
It's gnarly.
Hold on. Oh, this is gonna be Shred
One-
City. Hold on a
So,
second.
so this is. I got one for you. So you guys did a show,
Uh-oh.
and
Oh, boy.
it was at the Bethel Road Pub,
Yes, it was.
and your guitar string broke.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
Now, what I
Unfortunately.
Stay right down there,
look,
Justin.
what I want to point out here though is that this dude did not stop. You still were able to whip out. I don't know what you. I don't know how.
Finished his solo.
He
Yeah.
finished his
Totally
solo,
did.
Finished his long
and then
ass
walked
solo.
over there and was like,
I didn't
"All
give a
right, I'm
break
just
either.
gonna do this real fucking quick," and whipped it out real quick, walked right back over, and picked that son of a bitch up and went, "What?"
Yeah. Me and
Like,
Tommy looked
and
at each
I
other.
was like,
Me and
Group
Tommy
count.
looked at each
Stop. You
other.
can't-
like,
I mean-
as soon as I see his
The
string
trains
broke,
are rolling, man.
Totally.
You
I
can't
look at
stop
Tommy.
it.
I'm like, yo, his string broke. You know, we're gonna have to play for a little bit.
I saw the
So,
cue.
He finishes his solo and then throws his Wolfgang back in the case and grabs his Strat and gets it dialed in while me and him are just bass and drumming along, just kind of grooving, making sure everything goes well, and
But you
waiting for him
didn't
to come
dial
back
it in wrong, like, because in the middle
man
of a
has a
song,
fucking ear, man.
in the middle of a song, I've heard artists, I've heard musicians, I've heard some of the most trained musicians. Like, I have over 3,000 hours in a recording studio, and I have never heard. You didn't miss. It wasn't like a way over, way under. It was just like
levels.
right in. And boom, right back to it, and
Well, thank you.
that's the talent to do that, to be able to
It's
hear
extremely impressive.
is impressive, and I think that speaks to the likes of like Stevie Ray Vaughan and stuff like that. So
thank
if anybody
That means a
knows
lot.
who that is,
Much,
you
of
know.
course.
I,
Much
yeah,
love.
I hope
Please.
God, I hope so.
Please.
I would hope so.
I can say that for me as a guitar player, I mean that's not something you can practice. That's not something that I don't pop a string.
You don't
and
blow
then,
strings to do it on
and then-
purpose.
no,
Yeah.
and so what you have to do is that you have to improv your way through it and get through it and still be able to be musical with it. And what I try to do the most is, and these guys can vouch for me on this, is I think that the majority of the solos, even recorded, that we've done, they have a skeleton, and I always have a good skeleton and a melody idea for these solos, but I always leave room for wiggle room for improvisation. And whether there are guitar players that are so technically above me that I can't, I've come to the conclusion that this hand is just not going to be like, it's not a shredding, hand, you know what I mean? I can only go so fast, but I'm saying, like, what I try to focus on is that in the moment, that like lightning in the bottle, just like, and it's always different. I just want.
Truth
I don't
is,
want.
you just need one string. You just got to know how to make people feel that string.
Right. You just have to be able to sing through it, and I just all I try to do is just try to make it different and amusing every time that people hear it, rather than like being able to sing along to it, because it's just the same thing over and over every show.
Every show, every Black Coffee show is just a little different.
Everyone.
Because some of the melodies might be a little different. Some of the lyrics might be a little different. Some of the guitar licks, especially the drum fills, will be different.
Oh yeah.
Tommy never plays the same thing twice. So.
I've never heard the same thing twice.
I have never once played the same drum fill
But
twice.
just to finish off that Decades Uncovered show, we'll be doing the 70s. Grindhouse is right up after us, doing the entire hour of only 80s. And from the secrets that we know about their stage show, it'll probably blow us up.
It's gonna make our stage show look
And
like
this
shit.
is a special.
We had to push it up because
Well,
of
yeah,
because of Grindhouse show. If mistake is it Dread Engine that's doing the 90s?
No.
I was just gonna say that I was gonna tell them that it's a special show for us because we never played with Dread. Never shared
Totally
the stage
true.
with Dread Engine.
We
before.
have not played a bill
and we've
yet
been
with
waiting
Dread
for it and waiting for it. Now it is time. So
And
so
8 Pound is
I
doing
believe,
the
no
90s.
Dread Engine is doing the 2000s, the 21st.
Right. So
century
then,
kind of
so after
stuff.
Grindhouse
And
is 8 Pound. They're
8
doing
Pound
the whole
Pressure
hour.
is doing
Oh,
the
shit.
90s.
Oh, yeah.
You just
So-
know the type of like fucking
That's gonna be
Pantera
fucking
or
brutal.
whatever they're gonna pull
Totally.
out. I mean, you just
Gentlemen.
know that, oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So
They're gonna destroy
Jordan
that.
Cundiff from the Admiralty.
hell yeah.
He says he wants to see
Hello.
Justin and Derek from the Admiralty have a guitar duel.
Oh, Jordan, you know that's happening. That's
You already
We'll do it.
knew.
We'll do it. We'll do it in exclusive. We'll find a venue.
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll do something. We'll
Oh,
promote
yeah,
the
yeah.
shit out
There's
of it.
there's some things in the works, and I don't know how much I can say, Jordan, but there's a collab that's happening between the
Yeah?
Admiralty and
Maybe.
Black Coffee.
Oh,
Maybe.
Well, I
shit.
mean,
Come
there's
on.
I was
there's
trying to be conspicuous.
collabs that are in the
We won't
works
say-
potentially, and ones that have even potentially already happened.
Well,
True.
let
With a
me
certain-
let you in on a
With
secret.
With a
Okay.
certain something.
So, Music
So-
Familiar Productions is thinking about possibly in November or December doing some kind of charity. Wouldn't it be cool to do like dueling for charity, duels for charity?
Yeah.
Like
Drums
pick your
and
favorite
guitar
guitar
and
player,
bass
pick
and
your
everything.
favorite
We
kind of
bring
thing,
we bring
donate in the
all
box.
Literally.
we bring all the local bands, all the heavy hitter locals, and
Hell
we
yeah.
have them pick one person, whether it be vocals, it be anything, whatever they and that's
would be
that's
sick.
That'd be sick.
so
That'd
and
be
we
sick
and I
merch.
think we do it at the Alrosa just for history's sake.
Why not?
Hell yeah.
Right?
And Jennifer, what's up? Hello. Great to see you.
Hola.
So
I'm glad you got to make it.
Siobhan.
Yes.
Oh.
Whoa.
Getting a little funky.
Yeah, it's time for love news.
Yeah.
Well,
With
let's sit closer
Siobhan.
together then.
There we go. Oh,
Justin's the
Extremely
president.
guys.
close.
Let's not
All
show them
right.
how
Yeah,
close.
let's-
He's like, all right, we didn't mean
So-
for this to happen.
So, everybody loves to have sex, right? But, if you want to make it fun, you got to think of different positions and whatnot.
Wow.
So, you should probably know what are considered to be the most dangerous sex positions because you don't want to hurt yourself, right? And you miss a show, it's all
Please.
bad.
Is this
You don't
dangerous
want-
like
you don't wanna
life
break a
threatening, or
hip
is this
before a
dangerous
show.
like
Dangerous-
I
muscle
think you
danger?
can.
Dangerous for the
I think
male or
you
the
can fill in
female?
the blanks on this, Tommy.
So these are the most dangerous sex positions. First, believe it or not, missionary. It says her.
You'll
There's a
shoot your eye
danger.
out.
You shoot your eye out, kid.
Holy shit.
That was hilarious.
Sorry.
So for her, there's a risk of danger to potentially have back pain for women if her back is not supported, and an uncomfortable entry angle can also be painful. For
An
him,
uncomfortable entry angle.
yes. Got to be careful on entry.
I hear you.
Dictionary
Nice and
definition.
smooth.
One fluid
I heard
stroke.
it was just all at once, just with full force. Just
You got to
not
jump
even-
off the end of the bed. And you just dive
Dive
into
in.
it.
Slam dunk.
0.
It's impressive is what it is.
Nothing but net.
Swan dive.
I'm gonna Phelps the kitty. Is that what it is? Hashtag Phelps the kitty. Is that what
Hashtag
we're-
Phelps the kitty. Please get
Proper
that.
formation.
Hashtag Phelps the kitty.
So for him, missionary, there's risk of a broken penis from overthrusting. The safety advice is use pillows to raise her hips and support the back.
Excellent.
Next is the standing straddle. For her, the
Standing
biggest
straddle.
risk is for woman being dropped if he loses balance. For him, a real chance of causing lower back strain and pulled neck and arm muscles, plus a damaged manhood if it slips out. Safety advice: make sure the man is strong enough to support his lover's weight, and she should lean against a wall or furniture for support. So for you guys, for example, I wouldn't recommend a 240 shorty.
Okay.
Okay.
A 240 shorty.
That's a hilltop special.
These are the important.
That's a hilltop special.
I have to say, all I have to say is if you're not straining while you're having sex, then you're doing it wrong. I almost feel like.
Yeah.
There's not that risk.
There should be some
a
strain.
workout.
It should be a little bit of workout,
Of
but not
course.
too much.
Not too much.
Don't
yeah,
overexert.
Totally. Don't hurt yourself.
Right.
Please.
So
You don't want to pull a hammy.
Exactly. So next we have doggy style. So for her, the fast thrusting may cause friction, leading to soreness, can also put a strain on the woman's back if he puts his full weight on her. Him, the man, is also susceptible to injury if the action is too fast and his manhood slips out and hits her pubic area. Safety advice: go slow and use a firm mattress. Cowgirl. For
Manhood. Manhood.
So, cowgirl position. For her, beware of bouncing too hard. It can be painful for women. For him, there's the risk of penis fracture if the woman puts her weight on the
Oh.
man's exposed membrane.
Ew.
Yeah. So, safety advice: take time, stay in control to prevent slippage. Wheelbarrow. For her,
wheelbarrow.
it's
We all know
that was
about
it.
the
Come on.
wheel.
I mean, this should be obvious,
Like an
but
everyday
for her, the of course face plant issue, because that's going to be a problem.
Sure.
And experience lower back pain if the core is not properly engaged. For him, the athletic position could result in thigh and back strain. Place pillows down to soften a fall, and the man can lean on a wall for support. Kneeling, for her, there's a risk that she could get carpet burns and knee strain for both parties, plus lower back strain for women as her partner thrusts.
This was written by someone that doesn't have sex, because who
Clearly.
Thank you.
Clearly.
Who
Thank you.
overthought the shit out of this?
Right.
Well, hold on
Jennifer.
now, honey. I don't want you to get a
Jennifer,
carpet burn now.
Jennifer says it's a boring position.
Right. So
Return to wheelchair?
for him,
Lieutenant Dan, is that what that's called? The Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
The reverse
got
Lieutenant
two
Dan.
legs, Lieutenant Dan. Oh no.
You can't
Don't get
feel him
these
anyway.
What is the Lieutenant Dan? Please, this is one that I. This is
It's a
one
backwards wheelchair.
That, oh.
Duh. That's called a Lieutenant Dan.
Wow.
You don't want to know what the Bubba Gump is.
Not the Bubba Gump. Oh,
Lord Almighty.
so for him with the kneeling, penis slippage is a problem here, especially when the couple is mismatched in height. It can cause injury if he hits her pelvis or upper thighs. Safety advice again: use cushions under the knees and hold on to each other to get more support. And last we have the yogi. Staying in this position for her for a long period can lead to strain on the lower back and neck and cramps in the calves. For him, he could suffer friction burns or sore knees. The safety advice is support the back, neck, and knees with pillows or buy special sex furniture.
Okay, what exactly is the yogi? I'm not.
You know, actually, I was gonna say, do you guys? I've
Okay,
never heard of that.
Good. The Yodi. So the Yodi. It sounds like Yoshi. Is this relatable?
Is it
at all?
Yogi?
Well,
Wait, are you stealing a
like
picnic
Yogi
basket?
Bear.
Yeah, like
Give me your basket, bitch!
like
There's so many things you could go. There's so many directions you could go with that.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I just wanted to say real quick. I didn't get to comment on it when I read it, but Ace, wherever the hell you have been hiding out at, motherfucker, you need to get out of that hole and come out and hang out with people, man. You have not been to any shows. You haven't been to Ant-Man Studio, bro. We need to see you, man. I want to jam with you. I miss you. For those of you that don't know, the motherfucker was in one of the first bands that I was in Columbus called Straight Laced. He was one of the founders. He
Great band.
Way back.
He wrote basically the entire beginning of Straight Laced. It was a lot of it was inspired from him. He was one of the first shredders that I even knew, you know, and I hope this motherfucker's still playing guitar.
Self-taught, by the way.
Oh yeah, completely
You know,
self-taught.
like, yeah, nobody
Amazing.
could teach that dude
He didn't
shit.
have that Berkeley education, boy.
Oh, well,
City
it's not
boy
like I did
education.
that great with it.
True.
I don't know.
Shred yourself.
Well, no, I
Self
yeah.
shred.
So
We're shred.
we're hanging out here live with Black Coffee. It's 9:30. Half an hour
Damn.
left of the show.
Damn.
Let it go
So,
till 11. It's all right.
What I want to let you guys know, man. First and foremost, I've had a lot of questions about the new website. MusicFamiliaProductions.com has been my brainchild for like the last 8 years. I've been working really hard on it. My original study was recording studio, and I worked with local radio stations. I worked for almost every radio station except for WNCI here in Columbus because I can't stand pop music. So I didn't want to go there.
Right.
And it's owned by iHeartRadio, so I can't stand iHeartRadio either.
Gotcha.
And
I hear you.
And I started to realize how corporatized music is, man.
Oh, man.
And how they're so good at bringing you in the front door and putting you out the side door while they're bringing the next person in. Here's 2 minutes. Tell me about your life. Oh, okay, next.
Yeah.
And so many people get shoved out. Well, I got tired of that shit. So I went and I created Music Familia Productions, and I got some people to back me, some local business owners that are serious about their community and what they're really involved in, and they are supporting us here at MusicFamiliaProductions.com with the 2 morning shows. We're going to get some more shows coming in the future. We're working towards a 24/7 streaming radio station. So what we're going to do is we're going to do radio ads, promotions, and all that stuff for bands, specifically like yourselves. And what we're going to do is we're creating a Music Connection location right there on the website. You guys had mentioned that it's hard. It's expensive to be heard and be seen.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and it's even harder to be relevant on social media and focus on music, focus on the next venue, focus on the next creative thing you want to do, not what you need to do.
You have to think, to your point, you have to think about like what makes a hit today. It's not the fact that you've got all these people that call into local, shows and call like the old days. The day of the DJs are like pretty much gone. The way that like bands got popular back in the day, it was, calling up and people freaking out like what?
Like Rush.
The new Led Zeppelin song. What is it? And they're like, oh no, that's not Led Zeppelin. That's this new Canadian power trio called Rush. And they're like, what? Oh yeah, the song's called Working Man. And then that's like how it all started for all those bands and stuff. And like, today it's kind of like, it seems like, these companies and these executives, they know what the, summer hit of 2018 is going to be already, you know what I mean? Because they're just going to play it on the radio 27 times a day, and you're going to go, oh, wow, this is great. This is all we're playing. I like it.
Siobhan, you did an interview with Upchurch, and in your conversation with Upchurch, he had mentioned about how he's always going to stay independent.
Mm-hmm.
You want to touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, so he specifically is big on not being with the big name companies, because as he says, they steal your soul, which is very true. So, basically, I feel like when, and in previous interviews that he's had, he's kind of touched on the same thing. I feel like when you go to one of those big record labels, you really do kind of have to conform and become just another one. And the independent labels give bands that opportunity to be unique and be themselves and do what makes them them and not have to change to be able to become something. And I think that's important, especially for any local scenes, not just here in Ohio and in Columbus, but all over, to have those independent, not so known labels so that they can be them and stay true to what they can.
That's definitely the premise.
Jen and Bob said they can bring a bottle over now.
What is it?
They said they can bring a bottle over now.
Okay,
we can bring over a bottle now.
They don't live far from the studio.
I'm gonna blush so bad.
I mean, that's up to you guys, but we are more than happy to hang out. We are always down to hang out. But
all right, well, Bob and Jen,
note,
you know where the studio is. Get in your little car and
bring your asses on.
Totally.
Right on.
But just to kind of touch on what you just said, we experienced this so quickly because we had, without mentioning any names or anything, we had a very big record label that they didn't really approach us as much as we approached them, of course. But once he heard the ideas and the man understood what we were trying to do, he was all for us. Yeah, please, I want to work with you guys. Like, messaging us every single day. Like, listen, I want to get you guys out here to California. You guys need to record. And
it's
so
scary,
forth.
bro.
And listen, man,
be careful.
He's a serious dog. He's someone that is up there, and I know, and I've heard his stuff. He's a serious kind of guy. Thing is, we gave him a chance to kind of show us, hey, listen, here's a rough track of what we did in the studio today. Send me back just a quick little mix of what you would want to do. it came back, man, sounding like, I mean, he literally told us what he did, which was he, you know, basically compressed the shit out of anything.
Some
Man.
duck hunt
This was
in there,
recorded. This was recorded in this huge room with like these wonderful ceilings and all this beautiful.
The room was the
sound.
other
JSR
instrument.
is one
That's
of
just
the,
as much of an instrument.
the room
as
I want to give a
itself
shout
was
out to
definitely an
Swab, by the
instrument.
way. Shout out to Swab.
Oh,
man.
man.
John Schwab
What a
recording
man.
studio.
Absolutely.
What a studio.
Huge live room,
He made
beautiful,
it.
solid
He made it
wood.
sound like it was recorded in a tiny little bathroom, man. And when we voiced our
If
opinion,
Drake can do it, you can do it.
I hear. Hey, no, listen, no shred to that at all. You can record anywhere in the world, but
that's how I recorded a lot
made
of my commercials, dude. For real, my first audios were in the
Voices
bathroom.
are good
That's some good
in like a
reverb in a
bathroom.
So, no joke, dude. The 4 little cup holders from McDonald's. If you staple those shits to the wall, it really does work.
It does.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people talk shit, but in a pinch and you gotta do it, you gotta do it.
Yeah,
that's true.
Absolutely. But yeah, he sent us back something that sounded terrible. We tried to tell him that we didn't like it, and he got mad. So we
Right.
dropped him off immediately. And we realized very quickly, okay, we're gonna have to do us. And that it was very hard to find someone like Colin who
It's kind of like
what
music
isn't
says
scared to basically
butthurt.
improvise.
Music and butthurt seem to kind of go together, and
Completely,
I'm
man.
kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't understand
Huge.
what the problem is.
Well, it does. I think that just like, you know, just like anything, I think that people.
We be there, so that I don't know if that's Ace talk for we're on our way.
We're coming.
Larry Swanson from Merchant Q. Shout out to Merchant Q, by the way, man.
Yes.
They're our huge advertising marketing firm. They're called Strategic Marketing Services, basically. And they are what are powering MFP right now. So I want to give a shout out to them, man. They're responsible for our website and all of our stuff. And after the show, I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to get into our connection where you guys can join the Music Familia and everybody. So really what it is promoters, venues, photographers, everybody in a group in one spot, one-stop shop for everything you're going to need with music. And we're going to get you guys in there so you guys don't have to worry about
Sounds
none of that
fantastic.
BS.
Yes. Yes.
So, so let's see. Larry Swanson says, what is the biggest obstacle for you to get social recognition and what could help you?
That's a good one.
Great question.
Bam.
The biggest obstacle that we face every day is being different. Not sounding like your typical band, not acting like your typical band, not dressing like your typical band, because it makes people question it. It does make us stick out, I would have to say, but people are always doubtful. People are always unsure.
It's a double-edged sword.
Of course, it definitely is. And to get people to understand that, and again, I say this, and we're just a different kind of a band. I say this without any malice to any other kind of a band, but people don't have to be completely sweating and banging their heads the entire time. People can sit there and just watch a band and feel what they're trying to send to them. And although Black Coffee has tunes that are hitting that you could probably throw a couple people around with, and we love doing that, we like to be diverse enough to bring an acoustic guitar on stage in the middle of the show and have people cry. You know what I mean? Like, the band is so diverse in our music and our different types of
For better or worse.
things.
That's like our biggest thing is like we just want people to leave our shows and go, oh, wow, Black Coffee, they're different. Or, you know, I'd rather have you say, oh, man, Black Coffee, I really didn't like that. Rather than
Right.
like, oh, yeah, they were okay.
They just
Of
sound
course.
You know, I'd rather, I mean, I obviously want you to love us, you know, but.
That's
but
preferred method.
I would say the biggest thing that would help us right now is this goddamn album. You know? And
Yeah.
This fucking album.
This
God,
bloody
dude,
record
we've been-
is taking
we've been a
way
band.
too long to
Touring
finish.
without an album. What's the point?
It's taking way
Smell
too
the glove.
long.
What's wrong with it?
This lineup, man, we got together in this man's house, his dad's house, while me and Tommy were in another band at the moment. We came together and started jamming in February, and that band that me and Tommy were in ended right at the beginning of March, and Black Coffee was officially a thing, you know, April 1st. March 31st, I think, is when we came up with the name.
It was
and
like
the-
April Fool's Day.
Right.
That's why it was so fun.
You know, so we are brand spanking new, man. And just the amount of love that we've gotten from the people, you know, has made us.
It's
have
crazy.
to.
I mean,
we've
it's
had
literally
to.
fans.
We've had to push so hard to get this album going. And we're just thankful
It's
that we
coming.
have it tracked, man. We just got,
We
it's
promise.
just about paying for the rest of it. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. It's
And,
so close.
And by the end of the year, it will be completely done. And so you guys know, we've got 3 singles coming out off of it. There are going to be free 99. So you get to just and they're not going to be online. They're not going to be anything like that. You come to a Black Coffee show, you get a CD,
Hell
and
yeah.
on the CD will be at first 1 song, and then eventually 2 songs, and then 3 songs, and you'll get to hear
Collect all 3.
right.
Yeah, right.
You'll get to hear
like a kid's meal.
amazing things from
It's a black coffee. Oh,
We have
fast, slow to a cover.
It's like a loyalty card.
that shit's
Like
marketed.
how-
That's just that
Ding,
shit's
ding,
already
ding, ding,
taken. You can't. Nope, can't touch that shit. But right there, $39.95, bitches. Gonna get these boys some shit
Got
done.
'em.
So, you guys, first and foremost, man, thank you for doing what you guys do as artists and musicians. You guys are freaking amazing.
Thank you.
And
Thank you. That's awesome.
And, you know, we do a segment called Douchebag Criminals at the end of the show. We have about 15 or so minutes left of the show, man. Is there, before we get into some of the other questions, is there anybody that you guys want to shout out to this evening? Give you guys your opportunity to shout out, show some love to anybody?
Oh,
Drop
man.
some names?
I gotta drop. Should we even drop names? Or should we just drop the Columbus scene? I mean, I don't know.
We would
what-
sit here. We would take 5 minutes out
Somebody's
of that
gonna be like,
15
"You
minutes.
forgot
we
me,
would literally, I
dude."
know, like,
Exactly.
come
I
on,
don't wanna
man.
say
I live in
anyone.
Delaware, bitch.
Every one of you motherfuckers that
All of
come
you.
to the show.
You all know who you
and,
are.
And you know who you are. Exactly. If-
You owe me a Coke.
Fucking the musicians of the scene,
to the
fans of the
wonderful,
scene.
to the wonderful, I mean, the 3 ladies of the band, which are Kiera, Kayla, and Alyssa. Those are.
We'll name them by name.
We'll name them by name
There's only
because
3 of them.
You
those are
fucking better, dude.
I was gonna say you better.
just
they-
so we don't all get hung tonight.
Yeah,
Right,
I get
right.
shit too. I get shit too when I forget to
Roll
watch.
that
Because
out.
they watching.
But yeah, all you
And they wait.
motherfuckers
Oh,
that have
yeah.
the balls.
Wait.
Where's
all you
my
people-
name?
literally, that have the balls to give me a hug when I'm just walked off the stage and I'm drenched. All you people, you're what make this band, and we want this band to happen for you guys just as much as we want it to happen for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody.
Very well said.
Yes.
Took the words right out of my
Cheers.
mouth. So when you guys talk about relationships, you guys are a fairly young band, and the aspect of coming together. You guys aren't new to the scene. You're just new to each other,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Right.
So
they were in a
Well,
band for
what-
4
Yeah,
years
we're
together.
all in. I mean, like, so these guys played in a band together,
Mm-hmm.
and we played in a band together. It just hasn't been.
It's
a
an eclectic
cohesive-
come together.
I was the middle band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not taking credit or anything.
It was, yeah. I mean, it just everything comes together for a reason, and everything happens for a reason. And I think we're all happy with the previous projects that we've done, and very proud of them. But this just feels like it feels real. Not that didn't feel real. This just feels like home. This feels like, man, this is it. This is like.
I mean,
it's like you said
comfortable-
earlier.
I'm comfortable enough saying that I have never been in a band like this in my life. I've never been so happy to play music before in my life. I've never felt the way that I've felt playing in this band, and maybe that's a little too much in my feels, but like when I look at these motherfuckers when we're playing live on stage and we catch eyes,
I promised
like-
myself I wasn't gonna cry.
I
It's almost like
didn't
a
cry,
Wayne's
but
World.
I got goosebumps right, now, and I
yeah,
just don't know
right.
what to say.
know what to
But
do.
like, dude, these men are like, these are my brothers, and I think the album will show.
3
it.
Musketeers with coffee, bitch.
Literally,
That's right.
Literally.
we don't got swords. We
The
got
3
little coffee
baristas.
pots.
So,
Three berries.
in being a new group in the area and a scene with a lot of history, you're not just talking about Columbus. You're talking about Ohio as a central, as a hub, and so you're talking about like Cleveland, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, stuff like that. When you guys think about the bands and stuff like that, what kind of advice would you guys give to some of the newer bands? Because there's bands that are
Newer than
forming
us?
right now that are newer than because there's always locals everywhere. Nirvana, Foo Fighters, all of them, they were all local to somebody at some point. They were all in the garage, in the basement, in somebody else's ear holes before they were in
Yeah.
everybody else's.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to those newcomers?
Just play and don't be afraid to stick yourself out there. I mean, that's what we strive to do, is put ourselves out there and not be afraid of what others might think, and just doing, because at the end of the day, you can, I don't believe in the whole fake it till you make it bullshit. I mean, you have to really be doing what you believe in and what you love, and if you don't, it won't show. You know what I mean? So follow that, I would say, and don't let any don't let anything keep you from playing shows. Like we didn't for the longest time have a bass player or even a bass player fill in. And this man was just like, well, I don't care. I'll play bass. We're gonna write songs.
Right.
Like we're not gonna let the fact that we don't have a solidified, bass player
And
right
man,
now
let me
just
tell
hold
you,
us back.
Well, we haven't really gotten to say this much, but outside of if you're in a new band, you definitely need to be playing out. You need to be trying to experiment and do things different. But on a separate note, if you are just a bass player and you've got doesn't have to be this long, but decently long hair, and you want to be in a band and commit to something, and maybe you're tired of certain people not taking you seriously, or maybe you're tired of not being in a serious band. This band is something that we are all 100% behind.
I want to see Ace in your band. I
Dude,
want Ace to be the
Ace?
fourth.
Who is this legendary Ace?
You
I
guys
need to
don't
know.
Just the
even
man that goes by
understand.
Ace.
You don't know who this
Dude,
man
The
is.
man otherwise known as
He
Ace.
is a badass.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk
motherfucker.
about it
When
off
he
the break.
gets here,
But like
yeah.
motherfuckers have no fucking idea.
This is
They
the
think
first
they
man
know.
that showed me how to play like guitar, like shred guitar.
Yeah, like it for real, man, for real. But I think if you're gonna open up auditions, dude, for real, I think it would be fucking cool as hell if we picked a venue like Bethel Road Pub, something like that, and we did some actual auditions, like
we just need a
like-
list of people.
You
That's
know what
all
I mean?
we need.
Right.
We need motherfuckers that want to play bass, because
mhm.
nobody wants to play bass, man. Everyone wants to play guitar.
It's the Columbus fucking guitar scene, man. Everybody just wants to shred because everybody can shred. It's
'cause
fucking
everybody's
crazy.
Everyone can
fucking
shred.
badass,
No
yeah.
one wants to
Yeah.
play the bass, because and I have to shout out a great man, Nick Freddie Ann, because that man doesn't play anything but bass.
Anything
that
but
man
bass.
is like,
Cool.
I
He
play
slaps
bass.
a good bass.
I play the bass
Yeah.
ridiculously, and that is what I do. You know what I mean? And that another one like that. That's all we need. Somebody like that, man.
Somebody else who plays bass. A good personal friend of mine goes by
Gene Simmons.
Yeah, right. I wish.
Please.
Right?
Actually, so this girl's name is Jasmine Kane, and Siobhan's got a little bit of a crush on her.
Totally would do.
But
Yeah.
we're gonna
She's
get
all
this
kinds
right
of
here.
sexy.
Yeah. So she's actually gonna be in town. She's gonna be at the Alarosa Villa, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm gonna try to get her live on the studio to come hang out, do an interview. But she's a serious bass player. She not only does bass, she manages. She does all the loading, unloading, everything on herself. She's shorter than y'all.
What band is she in?
She Jasmine Kane. You can check her out. Yep. Look her up on Facebook, Google, or even you can Google her ass right now and be like Jasmine Kane. Boom.
Larry just said, "How about a woman bass player?" There you go.
That's
Love it.
As a matter of fact, right now we have this right here from Any Given Sunday from Jasmine Kane right here. Here's a lady bass player for you, Larry, right now. Let's get it.
Any given Sunday, any given Sunday. The only gift I have to give to you is the one that keeps on giving. Sunday.
Hey, Music Familia, you're kicking it live with Ant-Man only on musicfamiliaproductions.com. Remember, CBD living water is for the living. Get yours today.
If I was blind and I could not see, would you lend a hand to try and help me? Life is full of ups and downs, can't face them with a frown. Got to be cool, people now. Free your heart, don't be no fool. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you free. Oh yeah. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you yeah. You know I didn't want to tell nobody, but Lord, I couldn't keep it to myself. So I put my heart in motion, found true love and devotion, put my trust in the man. He's the only one who can give you truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you free. Oh yeah. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you yeah. I've been searching, I've been seeking, I've been looking for some happiness. I've been searching, I've been seeking, I've been looking for some happiness. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you yeah. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you yeah. Truth, gonna set you free. Truth, gonna set you free.
Was sick.
Woo! We're back. What's going on, guys?
Hello.
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 We might as well just keep it going.
Yes.
Hello.
Don't
So, looks like Renee is saying, ask them about Sunday Fun Days. It's
Yes.
epic.
So as we already mentioned the incredible things we do on
She's
Sunday.
late. She's late.
She is
Late to the party,
Renee.
Renee.
We're
Talked
late.
about it, Renee.
We'll let it
Renee.
slide this time.
Renee.
But we'll cap it off by saying that Renee and her wonderful husband Mark, I almost called him Mike.
Marky
that
Mark.
would have been
Mark.
just, I said Mark. Mark, they always cook us just the heartiest dinner
Yes.
every Sunday.
Absolutely.
Always some kind
Renee,
of
can I
barbecue
come?
cook up. Dude, Ant-Man, Renee, if I'm allowed to invite someone to your house, yeah. you should come.
I love some barbecue.
Dude, it's just epic.
My inner fat
And-
kid is screaming right now.
Right.
And your extracurricular activities would fit ours. So, I mean, it would be a great time.
I love extracurricular activities,
Yes.
Love that.
including fire
best.
ranges and a bunch of other things.
You know,
Right.
drag racing.
So,
Fuck yeah.
Siobhan, we have something
Yes.
special
So
here.
so
We're
we
looking at
mentioned we mentioned the treat
Hard
earlier.
not to eat it right now. It's like,
yes,
oh my gosh,
yeah.
it looks amazing.
So this is CBD ice cream. Our sponsor, Columbus Botanical Depot, is now carrying it.
You guys have some too, I believe.
Yes.
Hold,
Yes.
everybody hold up.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
CBD ice cream cheers.
These are not Jello shots.
These are not Jello shots. So, all right.
Don't spill any.
So, go ahead and explain.
So, this is CBD ice cream, and it
You know
has,
Dave is going to freak.
Oh, I know.
Oh my
so,
God.
it actually,
Holy
you know,
shit.
I divided it up between us, but do we all remember push-ups from, okay, yeah. So, it is a adult push-up,
That's
basically.
literally what it tastes like. It's
yeah.
frickin'
So, it is by Cosmic Gardens, and it is 30 milligrams of CBD in a full one. So, I don't know. I'm not good with math.
For those of us that don't know, what is CBD?
So CBD is cannabinoid, which is the non-hallucinogen part of the cannabis plant. So it has
Is this
many.
why that goddamn ice cream was so good?
Yes, that would be part of it.
So you guys can actually go to our website, musicmediaproductions.com, and check out the previous interview. We did an interview with Joe from Columbus Botanical Depot, and we've had a lot of success with it. There's been children that have been able to cut their seizures literally in half by taking CBD.
I've seen some of that stuff. Not particularly this, but it's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
This is the same thing that you guys are trying right now. Literally the same thing that they use for that.
Yeah.
I've seen it help people
fantastic.
stop stuttering. I've seen it anxiety issues, literally
Yeah.
surgeries that were prevented.
I mean, it's phenomenal, and it's not just for humans; it's also for dogs. My dog actually takes CBD as well.
Wow.
He is a completely different dog with it than he is without. There's a very noticeable difference. Like if he has CBD and he has his treats every day, he'll go into the backyard and almost hop. I mean, he's a pit bull, so that's kind of a feat for a pit bull.
For a pit.
But if he doesn't have it, he can barely get up and down off the couch.
Oh.
So it's phenomenal. I use it every day. I take it every day. I use a salve on my knee because I had knee surgery. So yeah, it's amazing stuff. But they had a ice cream social. Had an ice cream social today to introduce the new product, and I stopped by to get us some because I figured, well, it's
fantastic.
CBD and ice
This is
cream. What's
ridiculous.
better?
Come on.
Like, my cotton mouth has been cured.
Right.
One-stop shop.
For
For the minute, for the time being.
Yeah,
Right,
for now.
for the
Oh.
time being.
We
Yeah.
need to get them
Yeah.
to make a
Check
black
Nudge
coffee
Nudge.
flavor.
Oh.
We need to get a little black coffee sponsorship
Well,
going.
right now
Gotta get a
they
Folgers
they
sponsorship.
have the strawberry shortcake, which is what we had, and there is also a orange and a I believe it was peanut butter. So
I bet that peanut butter-
Shit, yeah, that's probably
yeah, see,
Okay.
I'm
Probably
allergic to
shit.
peanuts,
Probably
so I
slaps.
went with the safe
No.
flavor. But yeah, so
Slaps.
yeah, but it's
Yeah.
amazing, and I
Slaps.
Ridiculous. Yeah.
Slaps.
For everyone,
Slaps.
this is ridiculous.
yeah.
What I'm eating right
So if you ate a full one, you would definitely feel the effects. I mean, sorry guys.
What would happen? Would I just get fried or?
No, actually,
no.
no, actually, you can't overdose. It's not like, and it's.
Well, you can't overdose on
No,
that.
but I mean, no, but a lot of people are like, so what do I expect? What you should expect is total.
It's that shoulder drop feeling.
Yes, I see that. Jennifer,
Oh,
let
no.
us in. Let
I
us in.
know.
Let us in.
I'm coming.
All
I'm
right.
coming.
All right, Jen. God damn.
Bloody bastard!
Bloody hell.
That was fast. Like, pow, 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 pow.
Right, wow.
So,
Alyssa, this isn't your shirt.
CBDHempHealth.com. Check
Check
it
them
out.
not a
Basically, what it is it's a relaxing agent. It just helps you relax. You'll start to feel your shoulders relax and stuff like that. A lot of people wonder if it like takes pain away, and I'm like, it doesn't. It's different. It takes the edge off. I encourage everybody to go over to the our page, musicmediaproductions.com, and check out our interview with Joe. You guys can check that out. All your questions will be answered in the interview. It's got over like 10,000 or something views or some shit.
Wow.
Like pretty
Fuck yeah.
crazy. Yeah, so it's pretty fun. But I think Siobhan is letting in the criminals. So we will. Oh,
no.
shit. Oh.
What a man. Look what he's holding in
Holy
his hand. Like, if that doesn't describe to you who this man is,
He
I
walks
don't know
in
what
with a
else
guitar
would.
in one hand and some fucking
You guys can't
gym
see this
in
man,
the other.
But walks in with a guitar and some gym.
And a
band.
Pantera shirt.
What is it? Yeah, man, you can crash the show, bro.
Hello. Look at this thing. Wow.
That's sick.
Oh my god.
Wow.
It's got a fucking carrying handle.
That's fucking sweet. What? Wow. You need to autograph that, Ace. Hey, can you do that? Yeah. Okay. Right on. So, wow, that's pretty sweet. So, you guys can step up on the. Come on. Come on.
Come on up.
Come on.
Cozy.
What's going on, Jen? What's going on, Ace?
Wait a minute. So this is Ace.
This is Ace.
This is the man.
This is the man.
This is the 3-letter legend. I'm Tommy, sir.
And he's not on camera. Nobody can see his face.
He's
It's
like
even
a
more
ghost.
secret.
It's still shrouded in
Mystery
mystery.
man.
Yeah,
He's a mid.
he's the voice of our conscience.
So we are gonna be. We're gonna play a song. What do you say we play a song and then we'll come back. We'll go a little over. We'll do douchebag criminals right here after this. Oh, but alas, it's my kimono. And
Called out.
the Ehab is all beef hot dogs. Okay, for this Sunday.
This is a very important debate argument.
All
that's
beef
going
hot
on.
dogs is okay.
All beef hot dogs.
That's the
I
only
can't
kind
eat
of hot
pork.
dogs to have.
I can't eat pork. I can't eat pepperoni or anything of that nature. So she takes care of me.
That's really
She always-
sad for you.
Listen,
It's
It's
I
horrific.
cannot
That's
imagine a
horrific.
life without
I
bacon.
wanna cry for you
when
right
I got my
now.
citizenship, by the way, this year I got my citizenship. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. Fucking. I felt as though bacon and pork was one of those things that I had to try, but I had to resist. So I'm almost an American. One of these days, maybe.
So we're gonna play some awesome new stuff from Grindhouse, but first a couple commercials. We'll be right back after
I'll
this.
just I'll eat extra for you. It's cool.
Hey guys, Josh from the Sunday Morning Meltdown here. Music Familia Productions is always looking for new sponsors for the shows. For more information, go to musicfamiliaproductions.com. If you have any specific questions or requests, send your emails to musicfamiliaproductions@gmail.com. From all of us here at Music Familia Productions, we thank you for your continued support.
Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. At Cold Cock, we believe life is about taking your shot. It's about sharing your soul with the people who care to listen, not selling it to whoever will buy it. At Cold Cock, we also believe fine spirits are truly about celebrating the greatest moments in life with true friends. And that's what we strive to put into every bottle of Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. So here's our best wish to whatever you raise your glass for. Take your shot. Cold Cock American Herbal Flavored Whiskey. Must be 21 to drink, and please drink responsibly.
take our money, but they won't take our love. No, they can't get that honey. They can take our car. They can take our lives. They can throw our bones into a lake of fire. Only we can take it away. Only we can take it away. Only we can take it away. Only we can. We can take our time, and we can make a start. For me to change your mind, for you to take my heart. All of the kings and queens from all the new regimes, they can collect our things and all our cool machines. Only we can take it away. Only we can take it away. Only we can take it away. Only we can. Only we can. True love may come. Only we can. Only we can. Some. Only we can take it away. Only we can take it away.
Only we can. Awesome. Yeah, that's some bosswood right there. That's right out of our own neck of the woods,
Hell yeah.
truthfully. So we're hanging out, man, and it's
Hanging.
douchebag
Jay chilling.
criminals time.
Those
Yes,
damn
it is.
douchebags.
Siobhan,
Douchebag
So,
criminals.
so we have a couple, and the first one is actually from a Dallas Cowboys party. 8 were shot dead in Plano, Texas, at a Cowboys football party. Yeah, right. Because apparently football brings violence.
Right.
You know.
who'd have thought that?
What a douchebag.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So. It says a gunman killed 7 people at a home in Dallas suburb on Sunday evening before being shot dead by the police called to the scene, authorities told the Dallas Morning News. The shooting took place in Plano, a suburb of north of Dallas. David Tilley, a spokesman for the Plano Police Department, said the shooter was killed by the first responding officer after an exchange of gunfire. The officer, however, was not injured.
Amen.
7 people
Right.
were found dead after the gunman was shot. 2 additional shooting victims were taken to a local hospital. Their condition was unknown. They are trying to put the puzzle pieces together, Tilley said. There was no information yet on the relationship between the suspect and the victims. Local media reports that the shooting occurred at a Dallas Cowboys viewing party, but could not confirm either that was necessarily true. So,
Wow.
yeah.
Fuck
Like,
that.
really?
That's
mildly
Fuck
douchey.
that
No,
guy.
I'm just
Like,
kidding.
you can't even watch football without
Just
getting
mild.
shot
That
now.
guy's
What the
level.
hell?
That guy's
Come on.
level 10.
2017, man.
I mean, I know it's the Cowboys, but damn.
But damn.
Right.
I mean, a bunch of Texans that might be upset. I mean, no,
I think I'm going to take a knee. I think I'm going to take a knee. I need to take a knee on this one.
Right, totally.
I just need to take a knee on this.
Oh my god.
So our next douchebag criminal, and it's actually a group of douchebag criminals. So,
Multiple.
Yeah, so we have Hurricane Irma looters that were caught by news cameras on their alleged spree.
Saw that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it says the suspects could be gone with the wind behind bars. Fort Lauderdale police said on Sunday that they arrested 9 people after a local news team filmed them allegedly stealing from stores during the storm. A news crew from ABC affiliate WPLG appeared to capture the thieves red-handed with merchandise as they entered and exited through broken glass at Simon Sportswear. The suspects are also accused of hitting a Cash American pawn shop, and an additional Foot Locker heist was posted by the WPLG journalist. Cops rounded up 3 teenagers and 6 adults who faced charges that include burglary during a natural disaster. WPLG said the Fort Lauderdale PD announced Monday that 19 have been arrested overall for burglary during the storm, and they're going to prison over a pair of sneakers is fairly bad life choice, said the chief of police.
Look, man, the bottom line is that the shit's real enough as it is.
Right.
You gotta go and fuck with shit.
9 people is like a search party.
Right.
Like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
like
Where I come from, is a whole fucking
people.
community.
Yeah.
Where I come from, 9 people. 9 people showed up for an event. Oh shit, that's a
Oh,
town
yeah,
hall
right,
meeting.
yeah.
That's a fucking town hall
What
meeting.
in the hell?
Like,
Nine
really?
people just start robbing in the middle of a
Did you guys
disaster.
see that?
I didn't know that robbing
Crazy.
during a natural disaster was like a separate.
I know.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love that it is.
yeah.
I
that.
love
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
totally great. I never would have
Well,
thought to make it a different, like,
and-
worse charge, but that's
And
fantastic.
it's because it happens so often and so much, and people take so much, and not like I've had this discussion.
If I took some
before.
bread,
if
okay,
you,
whatever.
If you take bread
Right.
and meat to feed your kids that are hungry, that's
different.
totally different.
You go to Kroger
like,
and you're stealing milk.
I have no problem with you in the middle of a disaster going in and taking a loaf of bread and a pack of lunch meat to
Shit,
feed
I'll
your
leave
kid.
$1.25
Right.
by the
What-
register, bitch.
Right.
Exactly.
What I
When
have
the
an
power's
issue
on, you
with,
can put it in there.
Right. What I have an
yeah.
issue with is you going in and taking a 50-inch TV because who the hell cares? It's a disaster.
Right.
Nobody's going to stop
Shoes.
me.
90
All
pairs of
society
shoes.
has
Right.
now crumbled.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to do.
Right. Like, oh my God, there's a disaster. We can do whatever we
And
want.
there's
No.
like, I just like, especially in today's world, like, I don't get it because you just know that you're gonna get caught.
Right.
Like you can't
There are
not get
camera-
caught
cameras.
with that.
Big Brother is watching.
Think of literally, well, Big Brother is watching, and then you've got
Unfortunately.
how many news stations that are
Exactly.
there for the hurricane itself.
Right.
Like, somebody's gonna figure it out.
And that's what
idiot.
kills me is that you literally, in every time there is a disaster now, you see people on some form of newscast that are in the background looting, and you're like, really? Do you not?
Did you see the
What
one
did that
dude?
happen?
Except in
So
Texas.
there was a guy that was protecting his. I talked about it last week, and I talked about it on my morning show on Sunday, when you and Josh were doing whatever you were doing, and
being a mom? Well, not Josh, but me.
yeah, Josh was working, but he's got a serious full-time job. But anyway, so this gentleman had a shotgun in hand protecting his neighbor's business. It wasn't his business; it was somebody else's. And this
Lit.
gentleman picked up his shotgun and stood out in front of this guy's business and said, "If you come out here with that loot, I will kill you.
Oh my God.
I will
That's
fucking
American right
kill
there.
you."
That's an American
He's like,
right
"It's not my shit. It's not your shit. Put it fucking back right now."
Yeah.
And he
Literally.
shot off 3 warning shots in the air. Now, understandably, in Texas, I guess you can do that, but I was understood what goes up comes down.
Oh yeah.
So I was like,
Per
well,
child.
that
Shit,
was,
you can do that in
you know,
Hilltop.
yeah.
Right. That's
like
what they call fireworks.
Like, yeah, that's just fireworks right there.
They do it in Johnstown.
Red, white,
That's just a bored Tuesday is what that is.
right, red, white, and boom my ass.
Right.
Man.
Well, we have one final, and this is our douchebag criminals of the night. So there are 2 Florida men that are accused of stealing enormous power pole after Irma. Yeah.
What?
I saw that. I saw
What?
that. Like a down
Yeah.
power pole.
Yeah.
Like one of those-
What
Yeah.
are you gonna do with
Yeah.
a power pole?
Right.
Firewood, bitch.
Right?
Yeah, right. Burn it. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
We're gonna harness the
So
government technology that it uses and power our house for years.
My taxes paid for this. I'm taking it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so the police in Jacksonville, Florida have arrested 2 men for allegedly trying to steal a gigantic power pole in the wake of Hurricane Irma.
Oh my Red Bull, watch this.
Right,
Yeah, literally.
right. Blakely
Oh, my Red
Waller,
Bull.
42, and Victor Walter Appler, 46, each now
Yep,
face
country.
a...
Victor, come
Yeah,
on.
totally.
Wow.
Was it a pickup truck? Was it a
pick-em-up
it was
truck?
a pick-em-up truck, wasn't it?
It was a Ford F-250.
So they face a charge of grand theft after they were reportedly caught strapping the $25,000 worth of utility pipe to an SUV on Wednesday. per
Oh, it
the
wasn't wood. It was a
It was a
pipe.
pipe.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Yeah.
recycle it.
Spud launcher.
Oh my
Let's
God.
recycle it.
Yeah,
The government will
so
probably throw it away, those
the
fucking
Jacksonville
idiots.
sheriff actually took a picture and posted it to their Twitter account of the guy sitting there with the pole on their SUV
Jeez.
and them handcuffed
Wow.
without shirts on. And it looks like actually they might
Why
have
would you
camo
wear a
pants
shirt?
on.
Do
Yeah.
I
which
look?
is
Do I
even
look
better.
swole? Do
I
I look
mean,
swole in
yeah.
this picture?
If you're about to
So,
pick up a pipe,
like,
you gotta look
and
swole.
and what's hilarious to me
With
is
good hair, too.
You can't see it, obviously. I didn't get the picture loaded in, but they took the time to put like a flag on the end of the pole.
Sure.
You know,
If you
of
look,
course.
if you look
Yeah.
close enough, it's not a flag. It's the dude's underwear. Just he didn't wash them in 6 weeks.
God.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Keeps
so
them back 90
basically, because of this, I feel that they are the douchebag criminals of the
Definitely
night.
hands.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
Because of all
Give
the
it up
things
to
to
'em.
steal.
Gotta love the good old
Right.
boys,
Like
man.
that's dedication, man.
Jesus Christ.
Truly.
Well, you guys, first and foremost, thank you for doing what you do as artists and musicians, Black Coffee. Thank you guys for coming in. I want to slide these in here real quick. Jeff Dollar, he says, I've been watching more Black Coffee videos. They really rock out. Y'all rock out. And the guitars, but love the drums. I love the drums. Especially when they rock out.
I love it when the drums rock
And he
out.
go, and
Mr. Dollar.
Larry Swanson says there needs to be an advanced penalty for crimes committed during a disaster.
It seems
Definitely.
like there
Point.
is.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
I'm very happy that there is.
So we are gonna do something that we normally don't do on the show.
This is what
First of
happens
all,
when-
we're
This is
20
what
minutes.
happens when Black Coffee
You change
comes.
it. When Black Coffee enters the room, you got to change
Yeah.
change the old set. I'm telling you.
So you guys,
We doing
Can
this?
we get can we
Come
get
on,
our-
eh?
our-
what are you
our
doing?
friends?
What are you doing?
Darn.
You're fucking up the batch,
Good Lord.
Turn.
dude. So here's the music. Here's the future. And
Well, I'm
here,
gonna stand because I want to reach.
and here is two great people. Thank you,
Oh,
Music
great
Familia.
people, good people, good times.
To you.
Ooh, I got actually. There we go.
All right, guys.
Yum.
Black Coffee. Thank you, guys.
Peace.
Thank you so much, Ant-Man.
Hey, where can they
Thank
find
you.
you guys?
They can find us on Facebook at official Black Coffee.
Instagram is official Black Coffee.
Twitter is, I believe, is OFF underscore at OFF underscore Black Coffee.
And yeah,
We promised you guys that you get to hear a little something, and Ant-Man is going to be the carrier of this duty.
Oh, wow.
He shall be showing you guys
because
a
I
little Black
think what
Coffee.
does it say? Larry said, "Do you have plans for a video, and do you have a song that you would allow us to publicly spotlight?" I mean, are we gonna get? Do you want to give a sneak peek? Can we do that? Is that what we
can
have
do it
worked
later.
out?
Oh, we're gonna do that. Oh,
All
yeah.
right. Well, here's a little your little snippet of. I guess we could call this our first single. Yeah.
Well, I don't have it
He
right
doesn't
now.
have it at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Remember,
he is going
I
to.
asked for
Dumbass.
permission. I
He
asked for
tried.
I'm
permission
sorry.
earlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My bad.
So what
I
I'll
read
do-
that wrong.
So what I'll do in honor of that, I will write an article for MFP.com. We'll get you guys in there. We'll get you spotlighted, and we'll get you guys in the door.
I was just so excited. I was ahead of the game.
He was ready to go.
It's okay.
I'm ready.
Roll.
I want people
Great
to hear it.
ambition.
I'm ready.
I'm ready to go too. Let's go. We gotta hang out.
Yeah,
All
we
let's
gotta.
do
we're
it.
gonna hang.
Much
Drink.
love, everybody.
Thank you
Music.
guys so much, man. See you guys.
Peace. Love you guys.